without further ado, here are your hosts. Bill from Warmstrong Adventures and Scott from Controversial Cruising.
Well, hello,
Hey, everybody.
everyone, and hello,
Yeah.
Bill.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. I feel like less than 24 hours ago we were together on some new
Oh, man.
cruise ship.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm still recovering.
I
I
bet you
am
are.
still recovering.
I am too. I had a pretty lengthy flight. It was a great flight, but I had a pretty lengthy flight, and it was a little later yesterday, so I'm also a little tired myself. But so happy to be back here on our Cruise Talk Live. I'm very excited for today's show because we're going to be sharing a little bit about this ship that we just got off and some things that we liked and some things that we didn't like so much. So I'm really excited for something like this, Bill.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I would imagine next, couple weeks. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow, Margaritaville and the experience that I had, and more about the pre-cruise meetup and all the other good stuff. So yeah, no, I'm happy for this opportunity to clear my name. No, to enjoy this chat and find out if anybody has any questions. I'm following a couple of groups for Margaritaville, and the comments are so diverse. I mean, they're polar opposites. Either you loved it or you hate it. And it's funny to me. It's almost like you can't have a criticism of a ship, and people think you just hate everything about it.
I know.
So it's going to be fun to talk about it tonight.
It is. Now, would you say overall our experience, this is one for the record books for Warmstrong Adventures and Controversial Cruising?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite cruises.
Yeah,
because of the people that were on it.
Yes, I agree.
And I really enjoyed that. I couldn't ask for a better group to go with. And I don't think I can do better. I'm gonna try, but I don't know if I can do better. So if I can do better, I'll let you guys know.
All right. Well, before this chat gets away from us, let's welcome in some people here, some new family and some old family. Let's see here. We have Traveling with Tinkerbell that says, "See y'all soon. Can't wait." Hello, Traveling with Tinkerbell. It was so nice meeting you over the pre-cruise meetup. The Island Boy comes in and says, "Hello, welcome in, and God bless." Orange Cone Vlog says, "Well, we're waiting." Ross, I hope you are feeling better, and I hope that you're home by now, my friend. Carnival Cruise Addicts comes in. Hello, Carnival Cruise Addicts. Welcome in. Welcome in. MH Family Adventures, who we also met on the Islander. Welcome in. Welcome in. So great to see you. She says, "Hey, Warmstrong." And travel vibes with Angel. Jeffrey's Angel. Hello, Bill. Hello, Angel. Jaden has come in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jaden. Mike from VentureCast. Hello, Mike. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. He says, "Howdy, y'all." Will G, evening, y'all. Hello, Will G. Welcome in. Yo, Eddie Lugo Studios. Hello, Eddie. Thank you for coming in. LF McKinley says, "Good evening, everyone." Hello, LF. So nice to see you in here. And Angel says, "Good evening to everyone in the chat." Well, good evening back to you. Scott McNeil, good evening, everyone. Hello, fellow Scott. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Marjorie Ambrose makes her way in. Hello, Marjorie. Ken goes cruising. Good evening to you all. Good evening to you as well, Ken. Another new friend here, Stacy. Hello, Stacy. So great to see you. We have definitely been connecting. I know Bill and myself have both been connecting with you back and forth. So it's definitely been good getting to know you and watch some videos on your channel and things like that. So super good to see you here. Najuma Brown. Hello, Najuma. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Joe Hupp says, "Eddie and Scott." Hello, Joe Hupp. How are you? Gary Smith also comes in. Hello, Gary Smith. I think that may or may not be a new name. Hello, Gary. Paradise Beach Live was epic. I'm pretty sure Warmstrong is going to talk about that live all tomorrow, or not all tomorrow, but he'll definitely cover it tomorrow. Destination Fun. Hello, my friends. Well, hello, Sherry and Danny. It was also so great meeting you over the weekend or Thursday for the pre-cruise meetup. Joe Hupp says, "Hey Scott, you missed a Great Ducks live over the weekend." I did, and I also missed Carnival Cruise Addicts live over the weekend. I tried to get in as many lives as possible, and I know Bill made fun of me while I was doing it, but I tried to get in as many lives as possible while I was on the cruise, and I just couldn't get into all of them. I wish I could. I wish I could. Doug and Becky on the move. Hello, hello. Well, hello, Doug and Becky. Shady Brady has made it in. Hello, Shady Brady, Uncle Brady. Ooh, Uncle Brady, I have to talk to you about maybe our next in adventure together that I don't know. Aunt June may have told you, but I'll call you after this. Would you cruise the Islander again? Coming in with a hot question and a hot take. Bill, you want to answer it right now, right off the bat?
I would. I'd do it in a heartbeat. I would, as long as they kept the price right. I'd do it in a heartbeat. You know, there are some things wrong with the cruise ship. I mean, this is one of the first times that I've ever gotten home and had to call like customer service immediately.
You didn't even tell me that.
Scott, we haven't talked. It's been a day. I don't even know what today is. Today's Wednesday. I just got home yesterday, and then I slept most of the night. I was tired, and no, I had to call as soon as I got home. And then as soon as I got home, it had to be about 3-4 o'clock. I called them because that's what they told me to do on the ship. And we're going to talk about it later on in the chat why I had to call immediately. But
it's better than standing on that guest service line, Bill.
But I went to guest services the night before. The night before, I went to guest services, and they told me, "Hey, it should be off your bill in the morning." It wasn't. If now they're telling me to go home. Don't go on the guest service line because I'm not waiting 2 hours. I'm not going to miss my flight to go to guest services to talk about what's on my bill. So I wound up going home, giving a call, and guess what they told me? You have to wait. We're not sure. It should come off. So I'm like, well, it's pending right now. You got a $200 charge on my account. I spent X amount of money. Can't we fix the problem before you take out the whole $200 and just only take out what I spent?
See, I thought that was going to happen. I thought that was going to happen.
Well, I know it was going to happen. And when it was going on, when people we're getting into the conference, let's talk about, let's say hi to everybody. And then we can get into this.
Stacy, would I cruise the Islander again? I'm going to give you a short answer. I'm not going to give you a long answer like Bill. Would I cruise it again? Yes. I'm going to give it a few months, and then I would definitely cruise her again, 100%. Journeys with June and Brady. Hello, Aunt June. Hello. Welcome in. Mona, it was so good meeting you yesterday when I was hanging out with Elisa and Edna. I'm so glad that you came. I'm so sorry I gave you the rat race around Tampa. I actually gave her 2 wrong places, and somehow or another, she still showed up to Metro Diner and had a wonderful time with us. So thank you so much, Mona. You are such a bright light and such a refreshing breath of fresh air for me. So, and we had never actually met. It's been 5 years that we've been talking back and forth, and you are a real friend. Well, we always say real friend and family. It's so much harder to get them to support us. And you've been supporting me since back in the fitness community and now into the cruising community. So thank you so much, Mona. Let's see. Yes, it was definitely so nice to meet you. Wow, it was definitely so nice to meet you guys too. It was so awesome. Trish the Natural comes in, says hi, Warmstrong. Hello, Trish the Natural.
Trish.
Well, Ross, we are all sending our prayers and love your way, my friend.
Yeah, I guess he had a little setback. It doesn't look major, but he had a little setback. So, Ross, get well soon, my friend.
Joe Hop, hey Bill, it's an honor to put a name to the face. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome in. So good to see you guys. Alice Lugo Studios. Hello, Alice. She says, hello, Scott and Bill. Hello, Alice. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Let's see here. And Stacy says, thanks for the support. I'm a new channel, still trying to find my way. We are all new channels trying to find our way. As long as we are still learning stuff about YouTube every single day, I think we're all little channels at heart. So that's super.
It takes a while.
It does. Jennifer Ocean Homestead. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome in. Katina Smith says, "Hey, Bill, Scott, and everyone. Hello, Katina. So awesome to see you here." Gutters says, "Hey, yo, Gutters, what up?" Thank you for coming in, Gutters. Always awesome seeing you. It's everyone's favorite couple, y'all. They're here. What up?
Yo, Ngeki, welcome in, guys. They're part of the reason why. When I said this is one of the best cruises I ever went on, this is part of the reason right here.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever get a chance to cruise with your favorite couple, you do it, and I guarantee you're going to have a good time.
Some of the best smiles on YouTube, y'all. Some of the best smiles.
Always.
Let's see. Liz, it was an amazing show. I was so bloody nervous at first. It's kind of like Warmstrong before I hit the live button. Just kidding. Oh, just kidding, buddy.
I get nervous every time before I go live. I get nervous all the time.
Greetings, Andy Heinrich. Hello, Andy. Awesome to see you, my friend. Savage Batman. Hello, Batman. I think we're all safe now. Batman's here to protect us. Yeah, I guess I did give you a tour unintentionally, but I'm thank you so much for still coming. Love you so much. Let's see. Right back at you. No tears. No tears. Only laughs. Let's see. Bill, you should have a shot of tequila for the live tonight.
No, thank you.
No.
My liver says no.
Sweet Acres. Hello, Sweet Acres. Hi, guys. Y'all favorite couple says y'all are amazing. You guys are amazing too. Right back at you.
Can I say something real quick? Destination Fun. You know we're going on Utopia, right? You always do all this talking about me drinking. You wait till you start drinking on Utopia. Okay, I'm done. Be ready to see the video of that. See the video of that.
I can't wait. Mayhem and Miracle says, "Hey, I made it in. Hey, Masha, welcome in. Thank you so much." She reminds us 22 here. Smash that like. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Shared us out. Appreciate that as well.
Thank you.
And I think we are down to the bottom with all 38, 39 of us in here now. So let's get right to it because, Bill, I know we have a pretty jam-packed show here. We have 10 things to go over that we absolutely loved, and we have 10 things to go over that we absolutely hate. Now, we've done a show like this before, and the format that kind of works out the best is we're going to go back and forth one by one on the things that we loved. We're going to give a little intermission, look at the chat, and then we're going to go to 10 things that we hated. Sounds good to you?
Sounds good.
Do you have your list ready?
I do.
All right.
You made sure of it, didn't you?
I did make sure of it. All right. So we will start off with the positive things, the 10 things that we absolutely loved about the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. I will kick things off here since I'm on the top of the list. Number one, we will start with the crew. Okay. I have not seen a more happy, a more bubbly, a more excited crew. And yes, I do know that this was an inaugural sailing. And yes, it is their first sailing. They are trying out contracts. They're trying so many different things. So they are definitely filled with energy. But as I shared on my premiere right before this, Margaritaville really makes sure that their crew has a good life at sea. And now that is so hard to say for other companies because I know kind of the back end of how some of the companies really do things. So I don't want to say that they want their crew to have a horrible life, but I don't think they take into consideration as much as Margaritaville at Sea does. I've talked to a few crew members just to make sure that the one guy wasn't just fibbing to me to make it sound like it was better. But yes, they really do have shorter shifts. Right? They really instill to make sure that they have a phone card to call their either their people at home, or they make sure that they have WhatsApp so they can at least contact them. So, I mean, that right there is just amazing, right? Imagine that you're away for 9 months at sea without talking to your mom or your dad or your family or your brother or anybody like that, or even your friends, right? Because you live 18 hours away. And now your company gives you your communication to be able to actually talk to your family and friends. I mean, hey, that is all going to translate up to the guest areas. That's why everybody's so happy and that's why everyone's so bubbly. And I hope that this stays the way it is. But for me, number one, I'm going to say the crew because I really thought the crew, and Bill, you could speak on this. I really thought the crew did a great, great job.
I did. I thought the crew did a great job. They were happy. me and Scott might have a different opinion of this though. There, a lot of people were brand new on the ship. They had no clue. They were brand new.
Yes, they were.
Let me talk to them in 5 months of being, because I think the staff was shorthanded.
They definitely
a lot of the problems that I saw probably was because they were shorthanded. So yeah, if they don't do something about that, yeah, let's see how happy and sweet they are in 5 months of being overworked. But mine was the size of the ship.
Number two.
This is a Spirit class ship. It holds about 2,700 people. It's a good size. You don't feel overcrowded. Usually things don't as far as like debarking or embarking the ship, it doesn't take a long time. They kind of messed it up. Margaritaville kind of messed it up by jamming everybody in all in one place. But I love the size of the ship, and I think Margaritaville, they hit a home run. They can hit a home run with this ship because it's the core of the ship is outstanding. Better than any, I dare say, better than any other Carnival Spirit class ship. It puts you in a island mood, island spirit. Just having the core and the music that they had playing. So mine is going to be the size of the ship.
To say the size of the ship too, Bill, this is like a mid-sized ship. So I think it really meets all of the kind of cruisers that are out there right now, right? The experienced cruisers like ourselves. And we also had a lot of first-time cruisers, because that's going to be a ship that people feel comfortable enough where, okay, 4 days, I can explore the entire ship in 4 days and not feel like I missed too much.
Yeah, and for being an inaugural cruise, there was a good blend of ages.
Yes,
young people with families and small kids, middle-aged, old people. I mean, it was a good blend, but it worked. It really worked. There were problems with the ship, but I think it's a golden opportunity for Margaritaville.
I do too. I really love the size of the ship. I'm glad they bought the Costa Atlantica at that size and started there, because there are plans for more ships. We don't know what size. Obviously, the bigger, go big or go home. So they started with the Paradise, but we're not even going to talk about the Paradise. Now we're talking about the Islander, which is kind of like their first ship in my mind. They could very well go places with this. So Carmen also comes in. Hello, Carmen. Welcome in.
What up, though?
Try to get us to the bottom here. Dionysus Salung says, hello, my brother. Hello, Dionysus. Welcome in from both of us.
Welcome in.
Let's see here. Debbie from On Deck with CB. Hello, Debbie. So awesome to see you in here. Embarkation Nation. I believe Andrew or Jennifer hopped over on the other channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Denise from Boat Tired Travelers. Hello, Denise. Welcome in. Thank you for making it in. Appreciate you. Ross, you can just sit back and listen, my friend. We just appreciate you being here and are sending all of our love and prayers your way, my friend. David Zimmerman again. Hello, David Zimmerman. I believe a friend over from Mr. No Pants Profits vlogs, or now my vlogs too. Thank you. Welcome in. And Marjorie, if we didn't say hello to you, hello and welcome in. All right. So now we are back down to the bottom. Let me give you my number 3. And now, I told you guys this on my video. If you guys were there earlier, I'm not a big sail away guy, but man, oh man, did I think Margaritaville had a very, very up celebration sail away party. I thought they got everybody up. They had a big conga line going. They had a big limbo line going. I mean, he even got me up there. I mean, this isn't hard either, but they even got me up there to do the Cupid Shuffle and the wobble. So, if your boy is going to get up there and do the Cupid Shuffle and the wobble, you have a pretty good sail away party, because, I'm usually Cupid shuffling in my chair, but I said, I got to go down there right now. And Bill, I think you might've been napping by then, but I was down there.
Yeah, no, I was up there, Scott, believe it or not.
Oh, then he was lurking like he normally does. And he was somewhere.
Somewhere. I was there. I didn't say for the whole Cellaway party because, well, I'm gonna let you finish because I'm gonna
honestly, to tell you the truth, to be honest with you, I only caught from like the middle to the end because I was
Yeah.
eating.
You know why?
and then
You were
forgot.
napping.
No, I was eating Guy's Burger.
The guy's burger's not even on ship.
Sorry, I mean cheeseburger in paradise.
See, he's making it up, people. He's just making stuff up now. He's just making it up.
Watch my vlogs. Anyway, I thought the sail away party was awesome. They got me to participate. Like I said, I'm not really a big sail away guy. I do like to people watch for sure, so I would have definitely watched it, but I would not have been one to participate. So I thought it was good. I don't know, Bill, if you want to say anything about the sail away party, but I thought it
Yes,
was
I do.
better than Carnival.
What got you to participate was tequila. That's
No.
what got you to participate. Yes.
I drink tequila on Carnival cruises, and I don't participate in every sail away party. So, you know.
The sail away party was decent. You can't beat a Carnival sail away party. You cannot. I mean, Carnival sail away party. I'm trying to think. Did I get a shot? Because while you were out there doing the wobble, I was trying to get video. Carnival, you can't even get on the dance floor because it's so crowded. It's packed. Carnival is crazy. Carnival with their sail away parties on most ships, maybe not to Alaska, but on most ships, their sail away party is crazy. And you can't top the sail away party if you like sail away parties.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Oh, we also have a newcomer in. Patrick says, I am really impressed with this cruise. It does have some hiccups, yet it is par for the course. Definitely a step up from the Paradise, 100%. And the old Costa ship still looks spectacular. So Patricia Patrick, excuse me, let me know if you are on that sailing because we actually just came off the inaugural sailing. So if you were on the inaugural sailing with us, let us know. Or if you're on right now on June 18th, 19th, let us know if you got on that sailing. So we definitely think the same exact thing for sure. And I was on the Paradise last year. Bill has not been on the Paradise yet.
No, I haven't been on Paradise.
All right, Bill, you want to go to your number two?
Well, my number two was, and we kind of touched on it already, was the decor of the ship. I was so impressed with the makeover of the ship. It looked like it when you just walk in, it looks like a brand new ship.
It does.
I mean, there's no awkward, Frankenstein in the dance club. It looked like a brand new ship with the flip flop, and other than the layout, I never would have guessed this was a Spirit ship coming from Carnival. I mean, just a Costa Carnival. I never would have guessed that, and I absolutely loved it. I thought the layout was good. They did a good presentation on everything, most things. I'm not gonna say everything, but most things. That is my number one. I mean, number two. That is was a good looking ship, and I could spend more time on it. I'm definitely going to do it. I want to go back about 5 or 6 months to get if they can get everything worked out, but hopefully
we'll go for round two, Bill. But and remember the first night when I thought my bed stain was my bed sheet was stained, and we looked at it and there were parrots embroidered on the cover sheet.
Yeah,
put parrots on the cover sheet of our. I'm like, come on, like Parrot Head, Jimmy Buffett. I'm like, they did a really good job with the decor. So I echo on that 100%. No Ships Given also comes in. Hello, No Ships Given. Hey, we can't wait to try the Islander out one day. Well, this is all about the Islander, Bill, and I just got back from the inaugural sailing, so we're giving you about 10 things that we like and 10 things that we really did not like or that we hated. But, we both like the cruise, so that's what we're saying for sure. Crystal Sparkle, welcome in, says, hey, how are there so many new ships? You know what? All these cruise companies are just trying to compete with each other, and they're all trying to get on the order book as quickly as they can so they can make more money and recover from, what happened a couple years ago. It's kind of like
and some of the older ships were retired, so you have to replace them.
You do. Katina says they did a really good job on the renovation. I agree. It looks so good. It really does.
It really does.
Ivy comes in. Hi, Ivy. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Katina says, yeah, who's having the group cruise on the Islander? Elisa and I were talking about that one. We need one. Maybe me and Elisa. Maybe me and Bill. Maybe me, Bill, and Elisa. I don't know.
I would wait a few months, but I would definitely if they keep the price point right, I would definitely recommend it because everybody could afford it. You know, it's not like you try to go on an Icon, Wonder of the Seas. Now people are making life decisions about going on a cruise.
You're not kidding.
On the Islander, literally, you're looking at probably $250 probably per person to get on the 4-day cruise. So I think it'd be a perfect if they can work out some things.
Yeah, they're offering right now like 50% off your cruises and kids under 12 sail free. Right after we paid for it, Bill. But
well, that's a don't talk to me about that.
I know. The ship looks great despite being 20 plus years old. They did a nice job with the theme details. They really did. Danny D, the spectacular supporter, welcome in. So awesome to see you.
Danny D, welcome in.
Masha asks, have you ever experienced bed bugs on a cruise? Watch another channel that has experienced 4 times, and he always asks for protective covers on the bed sheet. Bill, have you ever experienced bed bugs?
Maybe it's them. Did I say that out loud? No, I never have. I've been on the Margaritaville was my 50th cruise, and I've never saw one. I've never been on a cruise where they said there were some. Now I know they could be because they're everywhere. You know, it's not saying you're a dirty person or anything like that. Some of the nicest hotels out there have bed bugs, but on cruise ships, I have not seen one or even heard of stories of one, and that's been in 50 cruises. So yeah, if you keep having bed bugs in your cabin, I'm just saying.
I have not either, Masha. I have not.
How many cruises have you been on? How many cruises have you been on?
About 42. So 41. Yeah. I think this was 41.
So 90 plus cruises. Never saw one. Never heard about it. Never heard stories. Never nothing. Yeah.
But it happens. It does happen. Like Bill said, it definitely happens. It's not that it doesn't, but I think when things like that happen, I think people like to blow that up a little bit more. I think media likes to get attached to it. So you hear about those kinds of stories a lot more than you hear about, super clean ships or ships that are getting 100 or ships that are, scoring 96, 97. So
right.
Great question, Masha, though. Great question. Nancy B. the Scratcher. Hello, Bill. Hello, Controversial Cruising. Welcome in.
Welcome in, Nancy.
Sweet Acres, I think we said hello, but if we did not, hello. Stacy says I may have to try the sailing the Islander next year. Maybe, very well. So how do you even check?
I check.
You can see them. You can see them. They're visible to the naked eye. So I mean, if you look and you think you got little things that look like pepper in there, and you haven't touched the bed.
And when you look in the crevices, they don't like light. So you lift up the mattress, look, where they tuck in the sheets and things like that. Look in the corners of the room. They don't like light. So you have to look for them. And I look in when I go to hotel rooms or when I go to on a cruise ship, I look.
Yep.
I pull the sheets back. I'm looking. I've never seen them.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. I've been lucky, maybe, or somebody's just been unlucky.
Right, Margaritaville is budget friendly. I love that. Great for families. There were a lot of families there for sure,
and everybody got along. It seemed like really everybody got along. Mm-hmm. I saw really no problems. The strollers, the wheelchairs, everybody got along. Everybody kind of stepped to the side for the strollers and wheelchairs to get into the elevators. It was a nice group of people.
Then again, this is the inaugural, so that's usually the best behaved that you're going to get out of a group. So the Bud Files comes in. Hello, Bud. Welcome in. Denise says, I'm saying what Bill said. Maybe it's them.
I don't know the people, but I don't know how many cruises they've been on. I mean, you're looking at 90 cruises right here between us. We've never seen it. And we've been on a lot of different ships, mostly Carnival for me. Scott's been on a lot of different ships. To me, it's rare. I think it's the topic now because it made front page on some news show, and now everybody's making up these videos about it.
Right.
But I have yet to see it.
Yes. Hello, Gloria. Welcome in too. Welcome in.
Hello.
I have never experienced bed bugs. That would be the end of my cruising. I know it'd be an itchy end to your cruising for sure.
No, I see. That's like saying, if you saw one in a hotel room, you'll never go to another hotel room ever. I wouldn't. It wouldn't end my cruising. I definitely would pay more attention, but I wouldn't let that ruin the cruising experience for you.
Yes, and Masha too. At the end,
Maybe for that
I'm
cruise,
going to
maybe, but
star all these here, and then we are going to go back and we are going to answer these. I just want to make sure that we get to our top 10 list and get down to the bottom of the chat. But I am starring every single one of them. Don't worry. Let's see here. Hello, Will. Together we travel. Let's see. Grandma has made it in. Hello, Grandma. Thank you for the hearts.
Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma. Carmen, if we didn't say hello, Carmen. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Hello, Mike and Rihanna. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in, guys. Again, starring this too. We will talk about that. Danny D. Hey, everyone in trouble, Eddie. Shady Brady says, I haven't had bud bugs either, but watch out for the crotch crickets, Uncle Brady. And 17 cruisers for us, no bugs. So there you go. Thank you, Globies. We appreciate that. I know we're making Denise itch. Everybody stop talking about bed bugs. We're making
I know, right?
For us to travel that far and that expense, we may have to do it back to back. Yeah, it may be possible. Hello, Nancy B, coming in on the YouTube side. Welcome in. I love watching y'all's videos while you were on the cruise. So much fun. We appreciate you tuning in, Grandma, while we were
Thank you so much.
Let me make sure I didn't miss any other questions here because Mayhem and Miracles asked some really good questions, and I want to get to those at the end of the show. All right, Bill. So I am up next. We are going to go with number 5. Okay. And okay, you can make fun of me if you want to for this one, but the amount of bars for the size of the ship. Okay, so now there are 13 unique bars, or 13 unique bars and 12 eating restaurants. We're not talking about the eating restaurants. 13 unique different bars all over Margaritaville at Sea Islander, and that really spread a lot of the people out, or the drinkers out, to go to all the different bars to try all different things. I know I had a favorite bar, which is going to be on this list, so I'm not going to tell you right now, but the 13 bars there really got to spread people out. It really got you to try different drinks. Each bar, for the most part, had some sort of unique drink or some kind of unique menu or some kind of uniqueness about it, whether it was the design of the menu or what was on the menu or what was offered there or what was playing as far as live music. So I really thought the amount of bars for the mid-size ship that we were on, Bill, I thought we had a lot of options to go and drink.
We did have a lot of options. The only thing I will say, they weren't very original. They looked at a Carnival ship, picked out their bars, changed the name, and put it on the ship.
Well, yeah.
So you don't think so?
No, I mean, no, definitely. But I mean,
almost every one of the bars were Carnival based. The Alchemy Bar.
It was the Hemisphere Dancers Bar. So, I mean, okay, you don't really have to recreate the wheel. And I'm not saying they were the best bars, but I'm saying the amount of bars, 13 bars for the size of the ship, I felt like was a great starting point.
It was. I mean, you had plenty of bars. They could have got more original with the bars. That's the only thing I'm saying about that. I'm not knocking the number of bars. Maybe you did say the number of bars. They could have did more original things. They did the bubble drink, the smoke drink. They really took Carnival to another level.
That comes down to their marketing team, and we're not going to go into that because I'm not going to even say what I was going to say. But yeah, that goes down to the Carnival marketing team and Margaritaville at Sea's marketing team and PR. So yeah, we're not even gonna go there. But yes, the amount of bars, 13 bars for this size Spirit class ship, was amazing in my opinion. I could always walk to a different bar and get a drink, no matter how unoriginal or original it may be. So, and
if they had just put a little effort into it, a little effort. Anyway, yes, they had plenty of bars. But hold on. When we go negative, I'll go negative. I'm going negative now, so I'm gonna wait to go negative. But for the amount of bars on, don't be thirsty after 11 p.m. For the amount of bars on the ship. Don't get thirsty after 11.
People, I can't even stop them, people.
I'm sorry.
Once you 13
get bars, a lot of bars.
How many should they have?
Sorry.
Well, if you look at these bigger ships than we were on, like the XL class ships, they're into the 16, 17s, and I'm sure somebody is going to top it and say they have 20 bars at some point. Maybe the Utopia of the Seas will have 20 bars. So I don't know. I mean, 13 was enough for me. So we're talking about the amount of bars. So let's move on and let's let Warmstrong go on to his next one. Bill, what's your next thing that you love about the ship? Number 3 for you.
For 3 for me, I love the music on the ship.
Mm.
It was a good blend. I was expecting more like country, like Jimmy Buffett, 24 hours a day. It wasn't like that. They had a good blend of music on the ship. The only thing that I probably missed, and they may have had it, was maybe like a jazz band. But other than that, they had good musicians on there.
They did.
They had steel drums. They had rock and roll, a rock band, and they had the guitar players. They had a good mixture of music, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I was very pleased with that. That it wasn't like everything didn't go country.
That
Elegant Night
guitar player, Bill, he was phenomenal.
I never saw him again, but when we first got on, I wanted to go to the atrium bar and flip flop bar. I wanted to go there and watch him because he was that good and playing just all genres of music.
Yep.
I mean, he was really good. I never saw him again on the ship, so he might have been for that one day only. But the music that they played would entertain everybody. And the nightclub, the music, it was ratchet, and they weren't editing the music. I mean, people, the nightclub, certain nights were it was a young crowd. If you're not into a young crowd, stay clear. But it was a lot of fun. They didn't sanitize it.
It was ratchet.
Some of it, not all of it.
Katina says yes. That's a lot of bars for a Spirit class. Yes, it is. Will says thank you for your support, Grandma's House. Absolutely. Tuba Chat comes in. Welcome in. Hello, Tuba Chat. Welcome in. Jeremy D-Day. Hi, everyone. Hello, Jeremy D-Day.
Jeremy.
Yes, it was a good variety of music and a great playlist on the sail away. Yes, it was a good playlist on the sail away. Let's see here. Okay, we are down to the bottom. And Nightbot is still confused here.
That's me. That Nightbot is doing his job. I'm the one. I didn't get up there and change it.
All right, let's get to my next one, and I will echo off of what I just said before about the 13 bars. And I'm going to talk about now my favorite bar on the ship because, yes, it did make the menu. There is a bar, and now all of you Carnival Cruise addicts or Carnival Cruisees, right, will say, oh, well, that sounds like Carnival. Okay, well, it maybe does sound like it a little bit. But there is a bar on the Islander called the Havana Daydreaming and Sports Bar. Now, me and Bill kind of have different opinions on this, but for me, I like the fact that they combined the Latin music and the aspects of the Latin Havana vibes and feels, because I love Latin music, and the fact that you can also watch sports there. Because there was 4 TVs in there playing the finals for the NBA. So, of course, maybe you wouldn't be able to hear the sound if you are somebody that likes to hear the sound, but at least you could watch it while you're, doing a little salsa and getting your drink on. Then that bar in particular had my favorite drink called the Big Guava Rita, which was basically a margarita with some fresh puree guava in it. And it was not too sweet. It was not too sour. It was just the right amount of everything for controversial cruising. And I loved that drink. That was the best drink. And you can only get it at the Havana Daydreaming Sports Bar. So that's why I liked it so much. Bill, would you like to chime in?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Carnival type stuff here. Combining the sports bar with the Latin bar, that's Carnival type. I mean, it's like, why would you do that?
I love
it. And the bar itself was as weird as can be. You have the main area right here and a bar off to the side. Then you have like 3 separate rooms. So it's not like one big room. It's like there's 4 rooms. And it just the layout was just weird to me. Yes, they had TVs on. No, when it was late at night when they were playing the basketball game, they cut the game off. They cut all the TVs off. Sports weren't playing. They just had the Latin music. So it was like they're trying to get two uses out the same spot. But when the layout wasn't designed for a sports room. Sports room, you want one big area where everybody's in there watching, lots of TVs, but one big area where everybody's in there rooting for the team. Yay! Not 3 or 4 different rooms. I mean, you can make it work because you got to get in and watch TV. But the layout was poor, I think. The Havana Latin music, I thought was good. They had a couple up there that playing the music. I thought they were really good. Played the music a little too loud, but when you're trying to get into 5 different rooms, maybe you do have to have it loud. But they were good. They were another part of the when I say good music, they were another part of that group of good music.
They were.
I think the combination, they stretched it on that. Maybe they should have had how many bars? 12. Maybe should have had 13 bars.
I don't know. I liked it. I like the aspect. So hey, we can agree to disagree, and that's the great part about this. So I liked it. I know, Bill, you did like that. Did you try the big guavarita? I know you did. You like that?
I did. I tried it. No, the drink. I mean, drink was good. After I drink one drink, they all start tasting alike to me. But and I like the drink. It wasn't. It was just a layout. The layout wasn't designed for a bar. It wasn't designed. It was more like a lounging area.
Yeah.
Because you had the bar, you had the main area and a stage right there in the middle. Then you had 3 or 4 different rooms. So if you're in this room, well, you could kind of see the other person in the room because they did a square cutout in the wall.
It looked like a mirror, but it wasn't.
But you so you really couldn't see what was going on. It was the layout was really poor to me for that. They could have if they did a lounging area. If they did a lounging area up there, that would be nice because you could have your party. You go to a separate room.
It was so good, so good. And Mike and Rihanna, I am going to start this too, and we're going to answer that if we don't answer it before, but we're going to answer that. All right, Bill. Let's go to your next one, sir.
Okay. Well, we've already talked about this, so mine's going to be quick.
Okay.
It's the price point. I'm absolutely loving the price point, and it will allow a mixture of first-time cruisers, not breaking the bank to go on a cruise and see what it's like, and to be on a decent ship. Even though it's an older ship, the layout and the decor, this is going to be a good ship. And I think that price point, I'm telling you, I think Margaritaville, I think they can hit a home run with this one.
I do too. They got to do a few things. I mean, they're in a very opportunistic spot in the cruising industry. So it could go one of two ways. And we know what 2 ways those are. I don't even have to say them, but they are in a very opportunistic spot for the brand and for Margaritaville. So I agree. If they do the right things, they could be a player. They could be a player. They could.
I definitely, I really do. I really, and people are asking would I go on it? I would go on in a heartbeat. You give me the right price, I'd go on a heartbeat. If you try to get me to pay what I paid to go on this inaugural cruise, I would never go back on again. Never, ever.
Yeah.
Never, ever, never, ever. Unless it was a good group cruise.
Yes. Hey, Uncle Dave, welcome in, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Katina, we are also going to get to this. I just started this too. We are definitely going to get to all these questions after our list. So thank you for asking that. Traveling Fools, welcome in. Yo, welcome in. Okay, so let me get to mine now. So number 5 for me. This is the last one for me. And I think I'm going to speak to all of those people that might or might not have had an experience on the Paradise. Okay, because last year I went with my uncle on the Paradise. We went, I believe it was, I forget what month it was, but we went sometime in the summer, I believe. And it was interesting experience, let's just say. Again, unlike Bill, you never have a really bad cruise. You kind of make it what it is, even if it's a bad cruise. You spin the mentality and you just have a really good time. It wasn't like a horrible cruise, but it was definitely no player in the game. You looked at Margaritaville and you were like, yeah, okay, you guys are gonna compete. Okay, yeah, with that tin can, with that ferry boat, yeah, good luck. So now with the Paradise, or with the Islander, excuse me, for me, it's kind of really good to see the brand grow up. It's almost like, and this is not an adults only cruise, but it's almost like the Islander became an adult. It's like, this is what Margaritaville should be. This is the starting of Margaritaville. So for me, someone who likes Margaritaville, someone who thinks that this brand can gain traction and really set fire in the cruising industry, it's really nice to see them finally grow up and kind of put their big boy pants on and do something like this. Yes, there were problems, and we're going to get to the problems right after this, but it is nice to see them do something better than the Paradise and say, hey, now, what do you think, people? Now, what do you think? And Bill, I don't know if you can speak on that too much because you weren't on the Paradise, but I'm sure you've heard about the Paradise, or at least researched.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Watch.
No, I mean, I can't speak on it too much. I'm gonna wait till we get a little further down. We can start talking about, because you said they put the pants on. Yeah, I think they got one leg in. They got one leg in. They did a good job on the ship. Well, now, when we start getting to this other half, we're gonna start talking about maybe some issues.
All right. Well, speaking about one leg in, we have Mr. Sea Leg Journey, my friend. Chat. Hello. Sorry, I'm late.
Hey, Sea Leg.
I told you this. You are never late, my friend. You are never late. It is always great to see you. Always great to see you. If I wish I had double squeakies, I don't. Squeak. Give you a double squeaky. Let's see. I saw somebody else, but I think I missed them. Wait, somebody else said something. Oh, that was Jeremy D-Day. Yes, Jeremy D-Day says, heading to your house now. Your channel now, Grandma's house. And Jeremy, if we didn't say hello, Jeremy. All right, Bill, do you want to get to your last?
Yeah, my last one. We already touched on it going on through this chat, but the staff, I will admit that the staff was very friendly. Now, whether or not it was because they just started, their contract, but they were very friendly. They would go out of their way trying to help you. If they can keep that attitude, and Scott has already explained why of the mentality of Margaritaville at sea. Hey, if they need an extra piece of cake, get that extra piece of cake. That's nice saying that, but to actually do it is a different thing. So let's see. Let's come back and see in a few months how friendly the staff is. But as of right now, very friendly staff. You just have to have patience. A lot of the staff is new and learning the job.
They are.
And when I say new, I mean brand new. I mean brand new, where the bartenders are actually looking up the menu to make your drink. So I mean they're new. But if you understand that going in, you're not getting upset. Oh, this doesn't taste like a tequila sunrise that I normally get. Just have a little patience. Guide them along of what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to do 5-6 shots in the tequila sunrise, not one. They don't fall for that one, people. You try to take advantage of them, but it doesn't work. But no, I think the staff was very friendly.
What tequila sunrises are you drinking, Bill?
The real ones, the ones I make at home. You have that much tequila and a little bit of.
Craven Moorhead comes in. Hello, Craven Moorhead. Hey, I thought all my drinks were strong. I don't know. Maybe you didn't talk to the right bartenders.
No, those drinks. No, half of them. No.
Unless
you got a drink. Go ahead.
I found I think the two best bartenders on the ship, which was Anup and Detta. And man, Detta, if you had Detta, I think Katina was on the ship. If you had Detta, that guy was smiling you could see his smile from all the way down the other room. He was. And man, he put a lot of alcohol in those drinks, and Anup, he was hooking me up from the first day, just making my drinks. So I'm a loyal kind of guy. So I go back to the guys who make the good drinks and who I have good conversations with. So I don't know. Maybe I just
that's what it is. When you find one, you do. You have to take care of them, give them tips, and yes. But on general, just going up to a bar, hey, can I get a drink? Yeah, you didn't find the heavy-handed bartenders like you do on Carnival. I mean, Carnival, you don't even know the guy, and it's like, wow, that was two shots right there. So yeah, that all depends.
Hey, BC Entertainment, new name, welcome in. Thank you for coming on in. All right, now I think it's going to be the controversial part of our live stream. We are going to get into the 10 things that Warmstrong and I absolutely hated about the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. So everybody
I'm gonna
strap
comment.
your seatbelts in.
I'm gonna comment on mine and yours because there was there's a list, people.
All
There's
right.
a list.
Let's kick it off. I'm going to kick it off again here with my number one thing that I hated. And talking about food items. Hello, Big Cheese. Welcome in. Says sup. Hello, sup, Big Cheese. So my number one thing that I hated about the Margaritaville at Sea Islander was the inconsistency of the temperature of the food. Sometimes you got a hot meal. Sometimes you got a cold meal. Sometimes you got a meal that was just lukewarm. And you never knew when it was going to happen. And you could have gone to the main dining room yesterday and it was hot, 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 like the nightclub. And then you go the next day and it was cold, 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 like Alaska. So I just did not like the inconsistency of cold food and warm food. For one, I mean, I eat cold chicken for at work sometimes when I don't feel like going to heat it up in the microwave. So I don't really mind eating cold food, but I know that was a big issue on the Islander about the inconsistency and the temperature of the food. So go ahead, Armstrong.
Yeah, the temperature of the food was ridiculous. On the very first day I went to the buffet, I went there early and the food was warm. That was the last time I had a decent meal in the buffet. After that, it was ice. The buffet was ice cold. It was at one point, and this is the first time that I ever had this happen. I got the food and I couldn't eat it. It was just too cold. It was too cold.
Ooh.
The food was subpar at the buffet. Not the choices, but more of the temperature that they kept it out at. You had a pretty decent variety of food out there. So I don't think that I would have complained about that. I mean, I always made a plate, but
That
after
was the first day you said, Bill?
no, that wasn't the first day. That was like the second day, maybe.
Ooh.
And second or third day, I went back, and then after that, I went back, and it was same kind of deal, and I couldn't even eat it. That was it. Temperature of the food.
Inconsistent.
And mostly from the buffet.
Yes.
When I went to the steakhouse, it was good.
I was just going to say that the steakhouse.
The burger place was good.
Yep.
I went to the grill, the Island Grill or whatever that was. It was good, and Mexican cutie cantina or whatever.
Yeah,
that
my
was
burrito
good.
was hot. Yeah.
I mean, so that was good. It was just a buffet, and when I say it was cold, it felt like they just set it out there and it sat there for an hour, 2 hours. And
sometimes the main dining room too, because I went to the main dining room a little bit more than you did for breakfast and dinners and things like that. And yeah, it's the same thing. So there was my breakfast, Bill, it was completely cold. I ate it anyway, but I was completely cold. So
yeah, nope. I did the breakfast one time, and I wound up. They had just brought out some pancakes, so that was okay. And I got some bacon, but the rest of the food that they had out there was just cold. Sausage, that was just cold.
And C-Like says, I hated that you didn't take me, Bill. Well, hopefully maybe when we go back in 6 months, you'll come with us.
Maybe so. And it's, as I said, it's a good price range, so a lot of people should be able to make it.
Yep. When you have a good connection with the server or the bartender, you keep them. That's right.
You do.
I have one for Carnival that I talk to almost every single day, and now he's like my best friend. Well, not like, he is my best friend. Savio is my best friend. So I've known him for almost 16 years now, just cruising together. And we hang out in ports and all that other things. And I check on him when he's at home. Absolutely. Oh no, ice cold food, gross. I feel you. Yeah, it was gross. It was gross. At least it wasn't everywhere. That is true.
No, it wasn't.
Sad they couldn't get the food right. Just stayed liquored up and you wouldn't know. I mean, I think that's kind of.
When I was liquored up, I knew it, and that was a problem.
All right, Bill, you want to go to your first one here?
Yeah, I want to say I was talking about the food because this is another one. If you don't know what you want to eat after 9:30, there are no options. You go to pizza. There's no room service at least on this cruise. There was no room service, no late night menu, no nothing. After 9:30, it was pizza or you didn't eat.
Yep.
And I had pizza every night of the cruise.
Yep.
And I'm tired of pizza now.
No
So
deli
that to me,
either. Nothing.
I mean, there's no options, I mean, nothing, no room service. I would pay for it. Just give me an option.
Yes.
Nothing.
And there
So
were advertised room service too. I don't know if you looked on the website, Bill, but it actually says advertised as
I didn't look at the website. Well, I won't even get to the website because the website is another problem. But I know. I mean, they need to fix that, or just be prepared that just knowing that after 9:30, whenever the buffet closes, which to me it closed early one night. So
yeah, it did. You said
eh,
that.
yeah, I mean it there was nothing to eat. No
Now,
snacks.
there's one exception, and I know you don't do this, Bill, but and most people probably won't do this when they're drinking either. But sushi was open somewhat late night. They were like 10, 11 o'clock, 11:30. But again, a lot of people
Well,
don't like to mix raw fish, and Bill doesn't do seafood. So
I don't do seafood. So, but that's at least that's an option.
yeah, it is.
You know, there's something there. But they say late night. They don't tell you what time.
No.
Late night is what is late night? Late night to me is 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, late night. You said 10 or 11. That's not late night. Anywho, that was one of my beefs with the lack of food options late on the cruise ship.
The cold food was pretty much a hit or miss. So it was on the buffet, definitely, and it was also in the main dining room. It was hit or miss depending on what venue you went to, at what time you went, what day you went. So it was really inconsistent. That's the one word that I just want to say with the food and the temperature. It was just very inconsistent.
Yeah.
New name here. Hello, John Holmes. Hey, Scott. So was it worth it? So in a short answer here, since it's such a short question, I don't think it was worth it for the amount that we paid for it being an inaugural cruise. Had this been any other day, like let's say me and Warmstrong decided to go in August and we got on for like, I don't know, $200 or something like that. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. The people that are on right now for the second sailing, for whatever they got, your mom sales free, 50% off, your dog sales free, whatever they got, we didn't get any of that. So I think their experience is definitely a lot more worth it. I also hear they improved a lot of things on the second sailing already. So for us, I think the experience of the people that we had around it made it worth it. But in short answer, no, I don't think the high dollar amount that we paid to be on this inaugural cruise was worth it in my idea for the cruise itself. And I
Yeah,
think
no,
Bill,
I mean, I
you
do
would
feel
agree.
like they overcharged us, but I don't mind inaugural cruise. I don't mind too much, but they could have done better with the food. And I heard that's been a problem. And even looking at the website today, people were talking about how cold the food was.
Yep.
So
Oh no, after 9:30, just pizza. Yeah, pizza and
just
sushi.
just
Honestly,
pizza. That was it. That
for
was
Bill.
it.
Just pizza. That was my next question. No midnight buffet, no quick bites, no. And honestly, every night Bill would stand on the line, and I would go around just to do a circle, just to make sure there wasn't like a buffet open, or there wasn't a secret, line that was just like French fries and chicken fingers or something. Nothing. Not even fried cauliflower. And honestly, by day 3, I would have taken a big fat plate of fried cauliflower. What they do
Anything,
on anything.
anything other than pizza.
No.
Cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, anything.
Anything. Yes, they advertised room service. They did, and there was none. I asked multiple times. They're like, no, 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 sir, no, sir. Okay. They should have at least one restaurant open other than pizza. Deli would have been great. Deli would have been I'm sure deli is probably on the talks in the horizon because how do you not have a sandwich shop on a
At least like to 11, maybe 12, or let's have something.
There's certain foods I can't eat cold. Pizza is one of them. Ooh, that's interesting. Some people
The
can.
pizza was good. The pizza was hot and fresh. The pizza was good.
Yes, it was.
I just didn't want it 4 nights in a row.
Look at this. John says late night is 5:30 a.m. I like that.
But that to me, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, that's late night. 9:30, that's not late night. And 11 o'clock, hey, open till late. I'm thinking 12, 1 o'clock, go leave the club, whatever. I can go to this spot because it says late night. No, we've been closed for 3 hours.
3 hours. Yep.
So,
Bill, do they run it back on this ship?
they ran it back everywhere. Chet, you know.
Yeah, and yeah, Sweet Acres. I am on a heavy diet now until my next cruise for sure. I am detoxing and dieting. I think I'm taking like a month off of alcohol, just to get myself back into shape here. That's not a circle. Wow, on a cruise like that, you would expect more late night choices. I know, especially Jimmy Buffett, right? Give us some like late night burgers or something. Laura Jean Huddleston comes in. Hello from Huddle Adventures. Welcome in on the
Welcome in.
Facebook side. Yeah, honestly, we were really the guinea pigs. And honestly, when you do an inaugural sailing, you kind of know you are a guinea pig. But we definitely felt like guinea pigs for sure.
But usually, and people keep saying that the thing with being the guinea pigs is you have everything up, it just doesn't work right.
Mhm.
This wasn't up. This wasn't like they had a late night buffet and it didn't turn out well. They didn't have it up. And we're going to talk about some other things, a little further down, but they didn't even have the option. There's no app. There's. I'm going to wait. We're going to go down. We'll talk about it. You're going to your next one, so that's going to be a one right now.
Charging for pop is crazy instead of buying separate package. Yeah, it really is. Maybe the staff said we ain't working all night. Yeah, they had shorter shifts. They really did.
They were probably short staffed, but
dang, mama needs more than pizza at night. Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
that it does too. I could live off pizza, but most fools would be mad.
And after 4 nights, I was done, and it wasn't like you can make your own pizza. It's like basically cheese and pepperoni and whatever, some other type they had.
Exactly. You're having drinks you want to cut back on. That's a way of saying cut backs on food. That's for sure. Even though there's a walk-up service, or you would wait, even something like there's a walk-up service where you could get chicken tenders and fries. Yeah, where it wasn't out, but maybe somebody's serving them, so you're not like loading your plate and then just leaving it on the table. I agree. They missed out on a lot of food sales. Their loss for sure. They did. All right, so let me get to my next one. Okay. So, hey, Bill, we were actually just going to talk about it because that was my next one. The fact that there was no app or kiosk for you to maneuver your scheduling or your finances around, it drove me absolutely bonkers that I was getting charged for things or seemingly getting charged for things, and I had no way to check my balance. I had no way except for standing on the long guest services line that everybody was standing on and waste my vacation to check how much I've spent. You can't go on the website. You can't go to a kiosk. You can't go anywhere but guest services to check your balance. You can't pay off. You can't add anything. Everything is done through guest services. And to tell you how antiquated of a system that is, it just makes a freaking mess. It makes a mess every night for the people working there, for the people standing there. Awful. I'm getting stressed out talking about it right now.
Yeah, no, that was a big one, and it's kind of leading to mine. So we can combine these together to save time. The electronics, the Wi-Fi, once they got it working, it worked okay. It wasn't the greatest, but it worked. So I don't have a problem with that. But no kiosk, no app to look at what's going on for the day. And if you ever had a question about anything, you really had to go to guest services and get in line. And let me look and see if we have anything. Okay, no, we don't have so people going to a bar. I went to every bar, probably every bar, and they had 5 different ways of keeping track of a receipt. One, there was no receipt. One, there was a handwritten receipt. One came out of a machine, and one they looked up on a sheet of paper to see if you had the drink package. It was like 5 different ways. How they kept track of who had what drink, I'll never know. And on top of that, since we're here complaining, I am at least, I bought the drink package and you prepaid gratuities. Every time I got a drink, they charged me 18% gratuity.
On top.
On top. I already paid it. It's already been paid. Every time I got it, it should have been free. Here you go, Mr. Armstrong. Have a nice day. Armstrong Adventures, no use government names here. It should have been just give me my drink. Nope. 18%. Hey, what's this for? Oh, it's going to come off. Don't worry about it.
And it did not.
And then I went to the steakhouse.
There was an additional gratuity, and then there was also a line for you to add additional gratuity on top of that if you wanted to tip even more than the forced gratuity. That
Right.
was a double gratuity.
Instead of the 36% that I'm already paying, you wanted me to tip more, which I did. If I found the right bartender who did, I tipped in cash, but I did tip him on. I tipped him on top of it.
Yep.
But it was ridiculous. I went to the steakhouse, prepaid a steakhouse. I went there. They charged me a steakhouse and 18% gratuity. Steakhouse, I think, was $49 plus 18%,
Yep.
plus a glass of wine.
Yep.
They charged me. Hey, what is this? Oh, don't worry. Sign the receipt, because this one had a handwritten receipt. Sign the receipt, and it should fall off.
It should fall off in the morning.
What do you mean it should fall off? It should fall off. They'll take it off your bill. They're gonna look up our registers aren't working. It should fall off once it goes through the accounting department. It should fall off, and it never did. And when I was talking about, I called immediately when I got home. This is why I had all these gratuities for drinks that I paid, and the steakhouse, and it hasn't fallen off yet. The morning of, I know I'm going way overboard here, but the night before, they wanted everybody to close out their account by going to guest services.
Oh God! Oh.
It was crazy. I'm like, I'm not going into a 3-hour line on the last day of the cruise to stand in guest services to see whether or not it's zeroed out. I'm not doing
it. Longer than that. It was probably longer than 3 hours, Bill. It was all the way down to the casino.
I said, I'm not doing it. I'll wait till the morning, and when we get our bill to see whether or not it came off. It didn't. They said to call when I got home. You could stand in guest services to call when you got home. I had it on a credit card, so I said, just keep it, and I will, if I have to, I'll dispute it with the credit card company. But that was the worst, if anything. And a lot of people want to write it off. We just started. This should have been almost like the first thing that you got up and running.
Finances and electric. Those are the two things that are going to really
that
make things work a lot seemingly better than they did. Finances and electrics. Remember that. Finances, electrics. And they had none. Nothing. I mean, did they have finance team? Sure, they did, but I don't know. They were somewhere in Margaritaville.
It was supposed to come off. And when I called Margaritaville, they told me, because it's still pending. Whatever amount was they held, $200. Whatever amount I owed is still pending $200. So they haven't taken out of that $200. They haven't taken it out yet. So I'm waiting for it to become like a charge, and then I'm going to dispute the charge, and they can try to collect the money from. Well, they didn't. They're not supposed to collect money. So I'll just dispute the with the credit card company, and go from there. But that really was it.
My hold came off this morning. I was looking because I owe them like I think it was like $145 or something. So again, I expected to, get $55 refund. The whole hold just fell off. So the $200 that they took from me, I didn't pay anything.
You lucky son of a gun, you.
Until tomorrow when I see the charge for $145. I'm waiting for this because I know that they're still in my account. They still got my debit card number. I asked them this. I said the $200 that you took out, Nat, I only spent $145. You guys are going to give me a $55 refund. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Yes. That's exactly the way it's going to. You're not going to redraw money out of my account before you make me wait 10 business days to get this $200 back. I didn't know how fast it was going to come back. Yes, that's exactly how we're going to do it. Either I won out real big and I didn't pay for this sweatshirt, or they're going to really charge me tomorrow. So I will. Well,
mine is still pending. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
But that to me that was like the crazy part of the whole cruise line was the lack of being in the 21st century. It was almost like going back to 1990. Even then, it wasn't this. I don't remember it ever being this bad. Everybody had to go stand in line. People, it was so bad, and you're going to get a dose of this tomorrow because this is kind of like we're going to run out of time here.
And thank you for all 42 of you being here, plus the 6 on the Facebook side.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. One of the biggest problems, I bought the drink package, and to activate the drink package, you had to go stand like in guest services line to get a sticker to put on your card. So that meant that to get a drink, you had to go wait in a line for half an hour, 45 minutes to activate your drink package while
Yes,
they looked it up.
yes, that is true. However, you did have a bad roommate at that time who seemingly got another sticker for his roommate from the bartender that I loved on the ship. He gave me 2 stickers because he asked about you and said, "Where's Warmstrong?" Well, he didn't say that, but he said, "Where's Warmstrong?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know where he is. He's around the ship." And he said, "Oh, okay, give him this sticker and put it on his card." I said, "Okay, I don't know when I'm going to see him." "Okay, that's
And he
fine.
never
Let me
gave
take
it to me, people. He never gave it to me, by the way.
I was on my way to give it to him, and then he told me he got another sticker. So I just kept
Well,
both of them, and then one of my friends
I,
on the ship got the sticker.
I was in the atrium, not the atrium bar, the flip flop bar
Flip-flop.
with Edna and V. And I guess they had been dealing with a bartender. So I handed him my card. He looked up my number on a piece of paper somewhere and gave me a sticker.
Yep.
So I didn't wait in line, but everybody else, I'm looking at the line because I'm arguing, not because I appear to be argumentative, but I'm like, you want me to go stand in line to activate something I paid for ahead of time? That was just crazy. To me, it was just crazy. It was crazy.
VentureCast says, "Wow, that kind of discouraged me from trying. I guess I'll wait again. Wait to see if it gets fixed." Yes, that's
Yeah, I'm
give it a
definitely
6-month
waiting.
breather. Give it a 6-month breather. Your favorite couple says, "We shall see. We shall see." And Lizette Living comes in. "Hello, Warmstrong." She says, "Hello, Lizette." Okay. So next, I want to answer the question of that everybody asked before. Why are you wearing a jacket inside or a hoodie? Okay, and this is going to be I'm really talking about the public areas because our room I thought was fine except for like 45 minutes one night where I thought it was going to be freaking so hot in there, but it fixed itself. The inconsistency, again, I'm going to say that word again, the inconsistency of the heat and cold on the ship. You would walk to different parts of the ship and you're like, "Oh my God, it's so cold in here. I got to go get my hoodie." And then you'd walk to another part of the ship that was supposed to have AC and it was just hot. And I was just taking off layers. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so hot. I'm sweating." So I couldn't find the right place that had the right temperature. It was a different temperature all over the ship. I don't know if you felt the same way, Bill, but that's why I was always wearing this hoodie from the time that I bought it. Go ahead, you
Okay,
go ahead.
people. Now, people, you have to follow me here. And if you know Scott, if you've been watching his videos, I got something to say. Yes, every cruise ship, it's hot and cold. I mean, sometimes it's so freezing you need a jacket on. Watch when we did a pre-cruise meetup in Miami. Scott is wearing a coat. It was 95 degrees.
Tampa.
I'm sorry, Tampa. It was 95 degrees. He had a coat on. I'm just saying. So don't necessarily take Scott's word for how cold it was on there. 95, jacket on. I even had to go, "Scott, what's going on? What's up with the coat? It's 95 degrees. I'm burning up."
Well, 2 reasons for that. It was part of my outfit, and it also hides my cruise rolls here that I have now a little bit. So thank you for having me admit that, I was trying to hide my cruise rolls there, Bill, for the pre-meetup because I didn't want everybody to think I was chunky. Okay.
Well, you look slim next to me, so you should have been no problem. I would go back and watch his videos, people. You'll see that we were out in Tampa, Sparksman Wharf or whatever, or wherever we were at, and a jacket. It was 95.
Don't look at my rolls, people.
I started sweating because of Scott.
Oh, Uncle Dave says apparently argumentative, Bill.
Just a little
and our
bit.
new friends, Portholes and Pixie Dust comes in. They also have some really good vlogs from this cruise. They were on the same cruise we were. Luckily, we got to meet them, Bill and I, when we did our own little bar crawl, which you'll see in my next vlog, I believe. Me and Bill did a little bar crawl, and we met them.
Yep, check them out. They have a video out about the temperature of the food, and they did a really good vlog on it. And
It did.
I mean, I think they're catching some flack for it, here and there, but it is what it is. And,
it's the truth.
The food was cold in a lot of places.
If you listen to Matt, you hear him say that it wasn't the end all be all. He was trying to be informed, and he was being informative about the temperature safety on the cruise, because there are certain foods that have to be at certain temperatures to make sure that they're safe for human consumption. So
Well, that's
I
why
just
I don't know how you ate sushi. We're having problems with temperatures of food control, and you're eating sushi.
Bill, don't get me started. That was the only thing there besides pizza.
I understand that. I would have went to bed hungry instead of eating questionable sushi.
Don't make me think about that. All right. Jeez. Scott's
But
goes.
you survived.
I did. Well, we're knocking on so much wood here. Maybe get out of here, Liz and Chris. Get out of here. See, I was hot constantly on the Miracle. See, I'm not the only person. See, now everybody's laughing at my rolls. Or Bill's giving us the truth. Yep, I know. See, cruise rolls, fat boy. I know. I can take them all. Come on, people. I can take them all. It's so hot here in Tampa. I know. And you're like, oh, Scott lives in the desert. He lives in Arizona. What do you mean?
I don't. It had to be, because who else would? I mean, it wasn't like a little windbreaker. It was a jacket. It was like, Scott, you're killing me here.
No, don't let him. It wasn't questionable. It was delicious sushi. I had it 2 nights and it was fine. It was perfect. It was great. I know we do sound like I know. That's why you guys are here to hear us. I know, and that's why I saved the why we hate for the end, because I know you people would like to sit here and listen to this. And Christina says, I just subbed to you, Portholes and Pixie does. Well, we appreciate that. I do. Stop it. I don't eat gas station sushi, and I don't eat sushi in Arizona. I only eat sushi on cruise ships. I don't know if that's a good thing. Denise, I got to go and do this myself.
Come on, Denise.
I thought
sorry,
Bill
Scott.
gave him. I thought Bill did that before when I was in my live to give Bone Tired a wrench because somebody's manager on my page. So now I'm just
and I told you I couldn't do it. So
Denise, I got you. All right, so let's get to yours, Bill, while I do this.
Mine was just, and it was just a simple thing, but it was like we paid for, I want to say faster to the fun, but it was like faster to the chill or something like that. So where you get on the ship faster. Yeah, you don't wait in line. You go to like the different areas. They had no signage, and when you show your boarding pass to go in, they guided us to like the regular line with everybody else. And Scott is looking at it like, there's a VIP line over there. I think we're supposed to be over there. And I'm like, VIP? I don't know if we're VIP, but you can ask. And they, sure enough, we're supposed to be in the VIP, and we go over there where there's no line. So we just zoom right in. If you watch this video today, you saw there was no line. We just zoomed right in to a room where there was like 9,000 other VIPs. It wasn't like of any other VIP room ever. I've never seen that many VIPs on the ship. There were 1,000 people in their VIP area.
It really was. Oh my God.
It was. There was no place to sit. So, and then we supposed, like, for the shows, we were supposed to get like special seating for shows. Nobody ever said what that meant. So they had signs for reserved, but nobody was there to like guide you in there. So I saw reserved, so I just walked on. I actually got a better seat, but the signage, some of the directions for where to go.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had reserved seating in the theater. I forgot about that, Bill.
But we had better seats without it. But
yeah,
some of the signage was confusing and or antiquated. So it wasn't the worst thing, but it was I had a problem with that. At least if I'm going to pay for something, let me know where I'm supposed to go. I shouldn't have to ask everybody.
Or have a team member out there saying, oh, are you guys faster to the chill? This is the way right here. This line.
Put a sign there.
Nothing.
Put a sign that says that. Don't put reserved. I don't know what it's reserved for, because you had a ton of media on this ship, and they had the front row reserved for them. Just let me know. Put signage up there what it is.
It's true. Marjorie likes the difference between both of us.
Oh, Marjorie, stop.
Sushi, yes, Katrina Smith. Portholes and Pixie Dust says, when are y'all thinking about doing the ship again? Maybe in like 6 months. Maybe
4 to 6 months, 4 or 5, 6 months. I'd like to, as long as we're doing it and it's not $600, $700 for a 4-day cruise. I'm down.
Yeah, because I got to fly from Arizona and somebody gets to fly standby. So,
whoa! You tell too much about business out there.
Joey Foster, hello, Joey Foster. Hey, everyone, welcome in. She says, I have a round, but not powerful enough to give you one, Denise. I will definitely fix that for sure. Cruz Bolero, welcome in. Thank you for coming in here. Let's see. Yes, the Jay the Ship Life was on our cruise. Bill and I actually had a really nice conversation with him the last night, and yeah, it was a really good conversation. JJ Cruz was on there too. Yes, and Aunt June, I met them, and Bill had me take a picture with them for you, so you can thank Bill because I wasn't going to open.
You're welcome. He wasn't going to say. He wasn't going to even speak to him. Oh, I'm too shy. Oh no, I can't speak to them.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay,
So I had
it's
to go
not
up to him and say, I got a friend over here. He has an aunt that really likes you guys, and he wants to take a picture with you, but he's too afraid to even speak up. So I had to go over and talk to him for him. I didn't even get a picture with him.
Oh, here we go. Now I'm going to rant. Okay. So it's not that. You want to know what? I just don't like the whole social media of people putting other people on pedestals, and he's got 100,000 followers, and oh my God, I got to take a selfie, and oh my God, I got to tag him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me take a selfie with you. Let me take a, oh my God, he's on my cruise. I'm just not that person. I don't get starstruck, and I'm not one about putting people on pedestals. So I'm not going to take pictures with anybody but really my friends. Okay, maybe Warmstrong broke me out after this because then I took a picture with your favorite couple. I took a picture with Portholes and Pixie Dust. I took a picture with Edna. I took a picture with V. I took a picture. Well, I already had one with Warmstrong. So then I just kind of went down the line. I took one with This Cruise Life. I took one with JJ Cruise. I took one with Jay the Ship Life. So I did. I might post them. I might not. I'm probably not even going to post them. They're just going to be for me to look at and say, hey, that's cool, because that's just not me. I'm not one to put another human on another human's pedestal. I would just rather talk to them and have human interaction and a relationship, and that's it. And that's it. I don't need to go and put it on my channel to see how you guys. Oh my God, I took a picture with JJ and took a picture with this dude. Like,
after you took that picture, people, that's what he started doing. That's what he started doing.
Do you see it on my channel? You don't see it on my channel. Aunt June posted it for me.
Not yet.
I'm not posting
it. It was funny. I don't put anybody on a pedestal. I asked to take one picture, views and cues. And you know why? Because Sherry, Destination Fun, loves them. And we watched the channel together. I said, she'd love this picture.
Well, there you go.
Other than that, but you, oh no, I can't. I'm too shy. They might not like me.
It wasn't because I wasn't shy, people. You guys know. Am I shy? Am I shy? I'm not shy. I'm just not putting people up on pedestals.
Oh, right here, he's not shy. With Richard No Pants, he's not shy. On that cruise ship by himself, I don't know.
Don't listen to him.
Will they like me?
Don't listen to him. Because I was having some good conversations with them, aside from our phones and aside from social media, just real life conversations about cruising and things like that I didn't even put in my vlog, that I'm not going to put in my vlog.
Why wouldn't you get a picture for your aunt? Why wouldn't you get a picture for your aunt then? It has nothing to do with you being a person that's just looking. It's for your aunt. You were too afraid. You were afraid of little old JJ Cruz.
Everyone enjoying your Margaritaville at Sea Cruises video, Scott. Thank you very much, Joe. I'm trying to get myself back on track. I'm up in Maine, so yeah, I know about those flight prices. I know, right? Views and cues was on there too as well. Yes, they were. Thank you, Bill. I love them. She's actually going to print them out, I think. Am I the only one person that noticed that Mr. Bill is in the background and got laid? I think you are.
You should have been on the ship, Mr. Bill. I mean, they were asking me to whip him out.
They were. Honestly, they were, and it's not. It was
crazy.
It's not anything about them. I'm just, for another human to put another human on a pedestal. I don't care how many subs you have. I look at you. I look at you inside, and if I think you're a good person or a bad person, I don't care if you have 100 million subs or if you have one. I'm gonna treat you the same exact way. So I'm sorry.
Don't listen to him, people. He was afraid. He got over it. He doesn't put people on pedestals. I will say that. But this was one picture that he really wanted, and he still didn't want to do it because he was afraid. He didn't want to. So no, but he doesn't put people on his pedestals. I mean, we talked about it, but his auntie really loved them, and it was like, Scott, you got to go do it, and he didn't want to do it. So I got up and I made the conversation for him.
Oh God, he did. I do have to say that. I do. I agree, Scott. I know. Now everybody is just like they're gonna want us to bicker now, Bill. Crouchworks, I'm addicted to taking pictures, so you better hide from my cell phone. Marjorie, I'll take a picture with you. It's not that I don't like taking pictures, guys. It's not that. I just don't.
He
again,
was
I'm not gonna blow up anybody's head and say, "Oh, I want to take a picture," and I'm also not gonna post it. So why am I gonna take the picture if I'm not, Okay, so I can look at it. I mean, I guess that's what I'm gonna do with these pictures now. I'm sorry, it's just not me. It's just not me. You guys know that. Oh no, Mr. Bill, I hope you use protection.
whoa,
Stacy's busting
whoa,
us.
whoa.
Stacy's busting us. All right, let me see where we're at here. Bill, it seems like actually our next two are the same. So I am actually going to go to my bonus instead, and I'm going to let you have the one that's technically next on the list, which is for us 17 and 18, which are the same exact thing. So I'm going to go to my bonus, which brings me up to my next one. And this may be a secret for some of you, so stick around. But the bathroom plumbing and the corners that they cut. Okay. So what they did was they gutted all of the rooms down when they bought the Costa Atlantica, and they gutted them all down to the bare bottoms. Right. And that's why the rooms look so well. There's no orange sofa like you would have on a Carnival ship, or there's no, anything that really makes you feel like it's Carnival other than the shape of the room. Right. Until you open the bathroom, then it feels like you are literally in a Carnival bathroom, because you are in a Carnival bathroom. The only thing they didn't take out of the rooms were the bathrooms. They redid the bathrooms and they gutted everything out. Now that is rearing its ugly head, because luckily Bill and I, not until the last day, we didn't have a problem with our toilet. But everybody's toilet on our floor, on 6, on 7, they wouldn't flush. And not only wouldn't they flush, there was no water in the toilet. And not only was there no water in the toilet, when the water was in the toilet, it was overflowing. And it was overflowing with things, and it was overflowing with just water. So, I mean, I'll let you use your imagination for that. Things were overflowing. There were towels everywhere. There were workers that were going into certain rooms with wet dry vacs to suck it all up and, I don't know, clean it up. And housekeeping was there. So it was a mess for the plumbing. And I think that this is really coming back to bite them in the butt, rather than just kind of gut the bathrooms and take the hit while they were doing it. So they really didn't have to come back and do this, because this bill, I think, is a really bad issue for them. I think that this is not
could
something
be.
that's going to get better.
It could be that Carnival had the Triumph. They had to change the ship, change the name of the ship. This isn't as bad as that, of course.
Yeah.
But if they get known for that, yeah, it was terrible. I mean, luckily it didn't happen to the last day. Boy, that I felt sorry for the cabin steward and whoever had to fix that one. But other than that,
you didn't feel bad for me, who didn't.
I did. I really felt bad for you. Anywho,
Bill gets into the shower at 6 o'clock and comes out and, our toilet's not working. Uh-oh.
Well, you gotta shower and shave. That's the way that it works. And it wasn't. You set your alarm for 6. You didn't get up to 8.
I didn't. You're right.
So I waited, and it's like, he's never gonna wake up. Let me go get ready, because I gotta get off the ship. I got a plane to catch.
Portholes and pixie dust. I just started this. We have about 9 questions to answer, and then you are on here for sure. Let's see. Yes. Oh my God, that's so gross. Oh heck no. Bad plumbing. Oh, Grandma, please take me off that pedestal. Love you, but thank you. Bill, Bill whipping out Mr. Bill. LOL. Sewers of the seas. Not quite yet, but I don't know. Shout out to the crew and everyone. Everyone, please be kind to the crew. They work so hard. That's right. Hey, Sweet Acres, I mean, maybe this wasn't like the first cruise for you. I think this size of the ship would be first for you, a good first ship for you. And we can talk about this if you get more and more curious. But yeah, these are just some things that happen with older ships. You have to understand the Costa Atlantic is almost 24 years old, 24 years old. So just kind of understand that. We said a lot of good things, but there are a lot of bad things, or a lot of things that we hated due to the nature that it is a 24-year-old ship. So I don't think I would just say, hey, go on a 24-year-old ship for your first time. So don't worry, Sweet Acres. We would definitely talk. All right, Bill, you want to talk about this next one, since this was definitely a hot topic for everybody, not just us?
Yeah, this one, the muster drill. Muster drill, for those who don't know, is a safety drill that everybody has to go through on the ship before the ship can pull out. Most people now, especially after the pandemic, you watch a video on your phone or on your television. You go to your muster area so they can show you how to put on a life jacket, and they scan your card you're done.
Done.
There's a couple of cruise lines out there that's not the case, and Margaritaville at Sea is one of those. But Margaritaville at Sea is different because they don't even know who's there. So we all had to go down to the same area. You know, I'm sorry, you had like 5 or 6 different muster drill stations.
A,
So
B,
everybody
C,
on the ship, they all go down at the same time, and you're all there, and they show you how to put on a life jacket. It's outside and it's 90 some odd degrees. You can't tell with Scott because he had his jacket on probably, but it's 90 some odd degrees outside, and they're scanning some people and other people they don't, and then they just dismissed everybody. So I never even made it outside. I was still inside in the air conditioning because, well, I wasn't standing out there in the heat for any longer than I had to, and they never scanned me, and it's like they don't know if I know how to put on a life jacket. So they need to get with the 21st century and make cruise life better for everybody involved. Disney doesn't do. I think they go do the old school muster drill. So there are a few that go through that where hopefully Disney has it down to a science. But like Carnival, I mean, there's like they've taken keeping track of the number of people that they should have, and if they didn't have them,
they called you out.
Where you're at.
They called you out.
They called you out. So, and this wasn't like that.
No. And Bill, I went through the muster drill, and some of you that saw my vlog today, they were on my side anyway, the side you were supposed to be on, Bill. They were so heavily enforcing us to stand in lines of 10. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody had both of their hands on my butt cheeks. I don't know if it was a guy, I don't know if it was a girl, but we were so close together. And they were 10 when they were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 2 more here. Come on, shuffle in, guys, shuffle in. And I'm like, literally shuffling up. And I'm like, I can't move any further. I'm going to be in this lady's behind in front of me. And it was everybody. Everybody was like, oh, like, well, why 10? Like, there was no reason to have us like we were in the army to stand 10 by 10. It was crazy. Now, I will say the muster drill, once we all got down there, which was crazy, getting down there took longer than the muster drill. It was like 10 minutes. They put it on and they dismissed everybody at the same time.
Well,
so now that created more chaos. Everybody's trying to jam in. The people at that time, I don't know, they were not being considerate on my side to the people on the scooters. I was considerate with the people on the scooters, but everybody was just trying to get back in and get drinks. Just causes chaos. That antiquated muster drill, it has to go. Has to go. Has to go. In my opinion, you're going to hurt somebody. You are going to hurt somebody. An older person, somebody that has a cane, you're going to hurt somebody.
Oh, that happened on MSC. There were people passing out because they had everybody come down to their muster station, but you couldn't use the elevator. So I was on the 12th floor and I had to go down to the 5th floor. So everybody from the higher floors had to go down, and the stairways are packed. So you're waiting for somebody to fall down the stairs, and some elderly people were passed out on the ground. They had to call medics for them. So there's no reason to do this. It doesn't help you. You do need to know where your muster station is. Yeah. You do need to know what to do at the muster station, and you do know how to put on your life vest. You can do that with a video. You don't really need to see that, and check everybody in. Have everybody scan their card at the muster drill to make sure that they're there. They know where it's at.
Yes, it is a big safety issue, and it doesn't need to be. And a lot of these things, like we said, can literally be fixed with finances and electronics. You can put the muster drill video in the app, make us click it, make us come down, touch our card to the iPad or whatever you want to do, swipe my card, and we're gone. We watch the video. Now you don't have all this chaos, and all you did was spend, I don't know, $1 million on a really good app that you're not going to have to spend, developing. Like, get a good app. It's 2024, Margaritaville at Sea. Dang it. That's horrible. Yes.
And just make it where you can make your reservations online.
Right.
Check. You have to be able to check your account, though. That's of all the things, not being able to check your account. I literally left the ship hoping that whatever they handed me, like in the middle of the night, they put in your final bill in your basket or what you spent. I'm hoping that was all it was, because I don't know. I have no app to keep track of what I did. I didn't spend much on the ship. I did go to the casino. Oh, the casino. My goodness. I'll talk about the casino tomorrow. but the casino was different. It was different. It was different.
Do you want to make your casino your last one, since our last two are almost kind of the same again ish?
Yeah, I mean the casino. I don't want to go because it's going to be another 20-minute rant about the casino. But the casino, they really no. Well, because I need stuff for tomorrow too to talk about.
Hello, CNS, by the way.
But the casino, literally, they had machines that wouldn't take cash, so you had to put money into another machine to get a ticket out to put in the machine that you wanted to play. Also,
could you use your stateroom card, Bill? Could you use your sign-in sale card?
So I go down to the casino with my room key, put it in the machine. Cannot read. I call somebody over. Why all the machines telling me they cannot read it? Oh, you have to get a separate player card. How do you do that? See that one guy over there with a laptop? Yeah. You got to go see him. You mean everybody in here who wants a players club for the brown one. Everybody who wants a players card has to go see that one guy. Of all the gamblers in here, we all have to go stand in line and wait for this one guy to print out a card. Yes. And that's what happened. I had to go wait in line and to have a card printed out. And
but guess what, Bill? I got some really good news for you. When we go back on Margaritaville at the Sea Islander, guess what you don't have to get again?
Yeah, you say that now.
Don't have to get a player's card. You have one.
You say that now.
I'm just saying.
Who knows? Who knows? And I mean, half the machines when they weren't working, they're like still in progress of turning them over. So half of them had the electronic boards pushed into the machine. The machines were on. It was crazy. I thought I was going to get electrocuted a couple of times.
There were people actually playing them, Bill. They were taking the card reader out and holding it in their hand, and I was like, wait. Is that like a person who's working on the machine? No, it was just a guest. That really
it was like whatever they were doing. They had like the card reader, and they were trying to put that in. So they put the card reader up top, but this part down here, the old card reader, they had just pushed in so you wouldn't use it. But it was like you could see all the guts of the slot machine. It's like this is crazy.
The guts of the slot. You really could. It made no sense. I was like, the size of the casino for this size ship, I thought it was okay. But yeah, the machines, again, inconsistent. You'd walk up to one, and sometimes they weren't even working, Bill. Sometimes they had the card reader, they had everything that looks like it, and they were just off. Just off.
The casino itself wasn't bad. They didn't have some of the games that I like to play, but they had a good variety of machines. And I'm used to going on cruise ships because I go on casino deals. There's a ton of gamblers. There weren't many gamblers. You didn't have to wait in line if you wanted a table game. And I like to play blackjack, and you could go up there and get a table. So they had $10 limits, but with $10 limits, you get people who play like there's $10 limits. So that's. But the casino layout itself wasn't bad, and it actually I love having a bar in the casino.
Yes, I do.
So
I think the busiest table game, or the busiest game period, I think there was probably roulette, and that was probably because a younger crowd, they bet, first 13, or black or red, or odd or even, or something like that. So it was very busy at the roulette table always, and I heard a lot of people screaming over there and stuff.
Yeah, no, that wasn't really busy for slot tables. Go over and watch them on a Carnival or a Royal ship. I mean, they're packed.
They were the busiest table, is what I'm saying. They weren't. It wasn't like you couldn't bet there, but it was. They had some people sitting there. All right. So let me go to my last one here, which is kind of. I mean, I guess me and Bill are going to kind of piggyback ourselves for the last one if the casino isn't his last one. But I know this is going to probably get him a little hot and heavy. But the lack of owning up for the inconsistency and the mess ups on the Margaritaville side of things as a brand. Okay. And let me just explain a little bit, and this will probably set Bill off, but we're going to talk about the beginning of our trip. Okay. So we paid ended up paying top dollar for this our inaugural cruise, even though there were vloggers that got to do a preview cruise 2 days before this. But we paid top dollar, okay? And now, maybe a month before we were going to go on the cruise, they started offering a nice promo, which for the inaugural cruise, they started offering nice promos of, 50% off, 40% off. I think it really depended. It also depended on your status match. So they would also let you match, like Bill is Diamond on Carnival. They would let you match status and they would give you certain things. Now, there were certain people that were with us, I'm not going to name any names, that got some things and got some money back or whatever and got some refunds. Bill called because he heard this and he's a Diamond person. He's Diamond member and he expressed this. And they basically said, no, we're not going to help you and we can't help you.
Well, it wasn't the status. No, that was the status match in the casino.
Yes.
And I'm a gambler. I'm not the biggest gambler out there, but I get offers from usually every cruise line. And no, it was like nothing we could do. But you did I didn't call out names, but you did it for this person. You did it for that person. Mm-hmm. But I can't even sign up for the slot club. To join their slot, whatever the slot club name is. Nope, got to do it all on the ship. So I did, and I still gambled a little bit. I didn't gamble as much as I would have, and they didn't keep track of. I don't want to say they didn't keep track, but the amount I gambled on a cruise ship, I earned 3 points. 3 points. And I gambled over $500. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm not gonna tell you how much I gambled because you don't need to know what I gambled. But I gambled over $500. I got 3 points. There were other people who gambled less than that, didn't get any points. They got $200, $100, 0 points. So I don't know what system they're on as far as trying to keep track of scores. But of course, there's no app, there's no place to go, there's nothing.
I got somebody to swear to me in the casino that those 3 points, Bill, if you didn't have a drink package, would get you drinks in the casino with no waiters or waitresses walking around. So I guess you would have to go up to the bar yourself and get a drink, and then they give you a $14 receipt for your free drinks in the casino.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing. I don't think all the time of me sitting down at a slot machine. That's because I sat at a slot machine. Table games, I always had service where I could always get somebody to come get my drink order if I wanted one.
Oh, really? Okay.
At the slot machine, I never saw a waitress or a waiter. I never did. But I usually don't drink when I'm gambling. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But no, it was a mess. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, they did. I really don't think they owned up on some of the things, and I think there were a little favoritism on some ends of some people. And also, I'll share this too. I'm not going to name any names, but there was somebody in our group that there was a piece of the ceiling at one point. Bill wasn't here at this time, but it actually came down and it came crashing down, and it happened so fast. I mean, it came down with lights and everything, and there was 2 pieces of tile in particular that came down, and it actually made contact with one of the people in our group, and Margaritaville at Sea had yet to do anything for that person. Nothing, not anything. And I mean, there wasn't even a follow-up of how are you? How is the place that you got contact? I mean, again, Margaritaville not owning up for some of the things that happened. And I know there was tons of issues. I'm sure everybody was trying to run around putting out fires. But again, I think they could have owned up a little bit as a brand. And some of the things that weren't right, I think they could have made right, and honestly, Bill, for the refund thing of what we paid and what they started offering, and they wouldn't offer us any onboard credit, or they wouldn't even give you any money in the casino. That's like free money for them in the casino, yet they're handing it out to almost everybody, $35 a day, or what they came back and said $35 for the whole cruise. But I would have been fine if they would have given you $35 for the cruise. They didn't, nothing. And they didn't want to do anything.
No, well, we'll see. I'm going to give they're just getting started, even though I'm assuming they have a casino on the Paradise. So the club should be up and running. And the person that was slightly injured, I don't, let me take that back. I don't know how injured she was. I talked to her. I knew she, like you said, part of a group, and I'm not going to get into specifics, but basically what they wanted to do was, if you want us to treat you, sign off that you're not going to hold us responsible.
Yes.
So it's like,
that's not
I'm
fair.
what?
That's not fair.
So to give me aspirin, you want me to sign off that I don't hold you responsible for any injuries that I may have. It was bad. They have a lot. They have a lot of growing up to. For me, when you hear me talk about this ship, I love the ship. A lot of other things I don't like. And even for the price, would I go back? Yes, I would go back because I like the ship so much. I would go back to see whether or not they fix stuff. But a lot of things that happened, it makes me not want to go back. Gambling. I gamble. I want to be compensated for that, and that's why I gamble on cruise ships. I don't go to land cruises or land casinos anymore because I can go gamble on a cruise ship and get a free cruise. So why would I gamble at MGM Grand here in Detroit when I can go on a cruise ship and it's whatever cruise line, but they'll give me a free cruise, and that's what I do. Some people gamble enough that even the casinos here would give them a free cruise, but there's a ton of things that they need to fix before I become like a client, a parrot head or whatever. There would have to be a lot of things they improve, but the ship itself, I would go on it. And even like hearing me talk about this, I still haven't had a bad cruise. This wasn't a bad cruise. They made things difficult, but what it did was, as far as the billing, I stopped spending money on this cruise ship because I didn't know what I was going to be charged for what. So I stopped spending money. The casino, instead of me charging my room, so they put it on my credit card or whatever. Well, they didn't have the ability to do that, so I didn't do it. I had money in my pocket, and that's what I used for the casino, and that was kind of it. So there's a lot of things they need to improve, but the cruise ship itself, I loved.
All right. So that kind of wraps up the 10 things that we didn't like. I know we probably went a little bit more than 10 there on that side, but with the last 15 minutes here, the last 13 minutes, Bill, let's go back through these 11-starred or 9-starred messages and answer some of these questions because we definitely got off in a rant. A good rant, but definitely got off in a rant. What? Yes, go ahead.
So now you're looking at the clock? We were supposed to get off an hour ago.
Well, yeah,
and now it's 12 minutes.
I knew we weren't going to get off in an hour, especially once we started and it was an hour long and we hadn't even got to our dislikes. I knew this was going to be a 2-hour show. But
so okay, people, we got a lot to cover in the next 12 minutes.
Well, 30 people want to hear these questions and 40 of them stayed damn near the whole thing. So all right, let's get to this before we rant anymore, Mr. Bill. We know you love to rant. Okay, let's go from the bottom up. Stacy says, would you cruise again in a few months if you see things improve? Let's give clear, concise answers without 12-minute roundabout answers.
I've already said it. Yes, I'm on my way. I'm gonna go because I want to see if it works out because I did love the ship. I love the vibe of the ship. So I would love to go back to see.
I will too. About 6 months. I'm going to give it about 6 months. I need to give it about 6 months anyway, because I have some cruises booked. Maybe April, maybe May of next year. I don't have anything planned out that far yet, so maybe it will give Margaritaville at Sea another chance. Maybe they come out with a new ship, and maybe we do this whole inaugural thing over again, Bill.
I doubt it. I don't think I'd ever do another inaugural cruise with them again.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so Portholes and Pixie Dust says, what was your favorite food and drink item on the ship? That's a great question.
For me, I enjoyed the steakhouse. The steakhouse, they did a really good job. It was a little slow, but it was a brand new ship, brand new staff. I gave them the benefit of the doubt for being slow, but I enjoyed the food when I got it. I really enjoyed it. As far as drinks, I really didn't have a favorite. I used to go back to the Hemisphere Bar, Alchemy Bar. I used to go back there and get a drink called the Mile High, and it was a smoky drink, and I did like that drink. And I probably had more of those than I had of anything else.
Bill, you joined the Mile High Club on this cruise?
Yeah, as long as I didn't join the Mile Below Club, I'm good. Because on a cruise ship, that could be a disaster.
So my favorite drink on the ship was that big guava Rita, excuse me, at the Havana Daydream and Sports Bar. That was definitely by far, hands down, my favorite drink. I think my favorite food item, and you guys might call me crazy. Okay, yeah, he wears a jacket in 95-degree weather, but the onion soup at the steakhouse was phenomenal. The Gruyere cheese and the pull and the temperature and the big size of the bread croutons that were in there, the onion, I loved it. I don't know if you guys loved onion soup or baked onion soup, French onion soup, whatever you want to call it. It was just called onion soup. I thought that for me was the best food item that I ate on the ship. So, Bill, you didn't have that, I don't think.
No, I mean the steak was really good, so I enjoyed it. It was nothing that outside. I thought you almost made me call him Guy's Burger. I thought the cheeseburger in Paradise was good. A lot of people said that it was better than Guy's Burger. I thought it was on par with it. I didn't think it was better. It was hot food, and I enjoyed that. And I see Brady asked or June and Brady, they were talking about buffet. Yeah, if you're a buffet person, this is not the ship until they fix the items or whatever has to be fixed. Siobhan, welcome in. I see you over there.
I can't work two chats here, people. I'm trying to get to your questions. Hello, Siobhan. I know you're not super late. Hello.
You're never late.
They are totally responsible. Yes, I'm here to the end. We love all of you guys. I'm going to put this here, Aunt June, your question. Despite all the issues, now that Bill's making me look at the chat here, I'll wait until they fix the toilets. Yes, please wait till they fix the toilets. Buffett, as in Jimmy. Okay. All right. Let me get back to these. So did you think it was worth it? In a short answer, Bill, did you think the cruise that we took, the inaugural sailing, do you think it was worth it? Yes or no?
No, not for the price I paid. And it wasn't an extravagant amount of money that I paid for it. But it was more than what this cruise was worth.
Yes.
So
I agree.
I don't think I got what I paid for, but I don't feel robbed either. And
the people made it better.
I put a video out today, and we had a partially obstructed ocean view cabin, and I put out a video today. And maybe, if you had a window and it was 100%, maybe we could see out 15%. So as much as it was blocked, we shouldn't have had to pay more for this. This should have been an interior room with interior cabin with a window, because we could not see. We're trying to figure out if it's raining or not outside, and we couldn't see the sky. We couldn't figure it out, and we had an ocean view. Yep. So I felt robbed on a couple of things about the ship, but not extensively. And yes, go ahead.
I don't think it was worth it. I think that the fact that they had the vloggers cruise before, I really think, kind of took away from the inauguralness of it. I do like the fact they gave us an inaugural gift with a printed, it's actually a bag. It's in the laundry because I spilled something on it. But the inaugural bag that said Margaritaville at Sea Islander, it had the June 14th. It's an inaugural sailing. So I thought that was nice. I also got 2 koozies that also had those printed on it too. Again, I thought that was nice, but do I think it was worth it? No, John, I absolutely do not think the inaugural sailing price that we paid was worth it. No.
Well, yeah, they had better gifts on the cruise before us. The 2-day cruise, they went down on the list. MH Family Adventure went on the list. I'm like, what the? That should have been us. And it's like, nah, we got half of what they had.
Oh, of course. Yes. All right. So let's move on quickly to the next one. How did the drink package work? Is it pricely compared to Carnival? So it is exactly the same price, VentureCast. It is $59.99 before or $64.95 on the ship. I think they were charging 10%. Oh, I'm sorry. No. It was $59.99 at the terminal, and it was $54.
It's like 10% off. So take off, $6 off.
Yeah. Because we ended up paying $250 for the drink package instead of the $280 that it was listed at the terminal, because you could add it on at the terminal. We
paid the $250. That was plus gratuities, which they kept charging us on the ship anyway. Don't get me going, Scott. I'm going back to that gratuities. We paid 36% gratuities on the cruise ship on our drinks.
The question is, how did the drink package work? The drink package worked. We don't know. We don't have an answer for you. They say 15 drinks. You're only supposed to get 15 drinks, just like Carnival. However, me and Bill could never figure out how they're running these lists around, how they're running the handwritten receipts around. I also heard from a rumor from the food and beverage manager that the first day was kind of a freebie because they didn't know how to do it. So they were like, as long as the person's not totally intoxicated, you can still serve them.
Yeah.
We don't know how it worked.
How are you keeping track how many drinks I had that day if you write handwritten receipts?
No idea.
Wow.
Yes, and they offered the same drink package like on other cruises where you would hand your sign and sale card. It's supposed to come off a 15 drink limit, and yeah, I don't know. We don't really know how it worked. Bill's waving in the chat, so that means I gotta go back over here. Let's see. M&T Living and Cooking. Hello, M&T. Hello, Kale Ale Daily. We were charged $72 in gratuities for our 1-year-old.
Sweet. They have issues. They have issues.
So Siobhan, we actually just did our top 10 that we loved about the margarita, and we did top 10 things that we hated. So right now we're just kind of doing the Q&A because I know there were a lot of questions in here that I starred too. So yeah, they shouldn't have charged for that balcony room. They shouldn't have. Sounds like they are selling the forward porthole that Carnival prices at the inside, but they are charging OV prices. They are.
That was a problem. If they had just charged me the price for a interior room, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But they all know you pay a little bit extra for ocean view, partially obstructed. So it was like, yeah, I'm not. Am I going to cry about it? No, I mean, well, I am crying right now about it. But it was just things like that I felt that they took advantage.
A little bit. Yeah, and the green dot meant you had a drink package. I had 2 on here. And
yeah, you stole mine.
Well, no, you already had one, so I'm not going to give you 2. I'm going to give somebody that doesn't have it.
Can you put the card back up there for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Moving closer. That was our cabin number. That 4130. That was our cabin number. So if you lost that key to your cabin, it had your number on it. So if anybody found that key, they could return it to you. They could bring it to your room and open your door and give it to you firsthand. Well, so I'm talking to the manager. Hey, this is crazy. You can't put the cabin number on the sign and sell.
It was crazy. Hello, J&T Adventures. Welcome in. Okay, let's see here. How was the food on the ship? Overall, let's just answer this overall in a number, Bill, from 1 to 10, not one specific meal, all of the meals you had on the ship. How would you rate the food 1 to 10?
I'm going to go 7 because mostly I'm hearing an echo. Do you have anything open, Scott? Okay. As long as anybody else not hearing it, I would say it's 7. The only place I really had a problem was the buffet. When I went to places where either it was a upsell or the burger place, I was happy with it. I didn't like the hours, but I was happy with the food itself.
I'm going a little lower, not just 0.3 lower, but I'm going to go 6.7. 6.7. I think
6.7, not 6.5, not 6.
Nope. 6.7. I'm going to say Cheeseburger in Paradise definitely helped to bring that up. I would say the main dining room kind of sat at even for me. Not the service. We're talking about the food, the food, the temperature, the variety, how it tasted. That's what we're talking about. The main dining room was there. The buffet was just, I don't know. I didn't really like anything on the buffet. So it really kind of brought it down. The fact that there was only one venue open up at night and it was pizza. Pizza was good. So it kind of brought it up a little bit, but so 6.7. I wasn't really overly impressed overall with the food. So have you ever seen a bad fight? I don't know, Bill, if you want to talk about the rap battle in the
No. Well, I mean, it wasn't a fight.
No,
I've never seen a fight on a cruise ship. I've seen somebody get slapped, but it was a boyfriend girlfriend. The boyfriend
Ooh.
was cheating on the girlfriend, and she slapped him. They were both drunk out their mind. I've never
Ooh.
seen a fight. I thought on this ship because they had. Hey Mona, welcome in. They had in the club.
Hello, Mona.
We had rough seas one night, and a lot of people were sick, so there was nobody in the nightclub. I went in there. They had a lot of young people in there. They started having a rap battle. The DJ cut off the music, and they were having a rap battle. So he put on a beat, and they were having a rap battle. And they had a couple people getting up, talking about each other in the rap. If you ever watch like Wild 'N Out, and they talk about people, I'm like, this is going to end poorly on the ship because somebody's going to say something that they don't like. So yeah, no, but I haven't seen a fight.
Yeah.
Long story short,
I haven't either. Oh, I saw one fight got broken up before it started, and that was on the Elation a really long time ago. So yeah, it was two guys. Yeah, no, like yeah. So it didn't actually happen. It got broken up before. So, and Siobhan says, was the pizza still a paid option? No, the pizza was a free option. Frank and Lola's was a free option on the Islander, whereas it is paid on the Paradise. Now, I will say on the Paradise, the pizzas are much bigger because you are paying for them. So they kind of minified them, but they use the same ingredients because they're not, as thin as this card when you go on Carnival and they give you, the whole pizza and it's this thin. No, there was dough there. It was like this thin. It had a little chunky dough to it. So
yeah, I enjoyed the pizza. I wish you had more options, but we talked about the late night menu. They didn't have one, so I ate pizza 4 nights in a row, and that it was more than I wanted.
Yep.
So.
All right, I think this will be the last one that will wrap us up here, Bill. Mayhem and Miracle says, "What's the best ship you've ever been on and why?"
You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
No.
No. I probably MSC Margaritaville.
Oh, interesting. Why?
It was a beautiful ship. Everything worked out. They had a few minor hiccups, but they had everything. They had everything I wanted in a cruise ship, and it was huge. And I would have said Allure of the Seas. It's between Allure of the Seas and MSC Margaritaville. And Allure of the Seas is an old ship that hasn't been updated yet. So when I go on Utopia, you might hear me talking about Utopia being my favorite ship. But no, Margaritaville is probably my favorite ship that I would love to go on. I just don't get good enough deals on them yet. But they are a cheaper price than Royal or NCL or whoever, Norwegian.
Okay. So not my favorite ship, because my favorite ship is the Carnival Dream, and then it goes to Carnival Miracle. But the best ship, if you ask me, the best ship, in my opinion, so far, the one that I've cruised on would be the Carnival Jubilee. I've only been on one XL class.
Ew.
Carnival Jubilee. And yeah, I mean, it had all the bells and whistles. It had everything logistically sound. And yeah, I don't know. The Carnival Jubilee, the best ship because of how new it was. I didn't sail on the inaugural like Bill did, but I sailed on it a few months later, and I still thought it was pretty. I thought it worked really well.
We're gonna take you one of those Oasis class ships or MSC, and you'll see what Carnival should have been doing.
Yes.
This is think about Carnival. What is there to do on a Carnival ship?
Drink, trivia.
No, well, you got the unique things. The boat. You got the shows, which are okay.
Yeah. The bars. Some of the bars are unique.
No, bars are bars. They just change the names. Bars are bars. But when you go on these other ships, like Royal, they have a carousel for the kids. They have an aqua show. They have a theater show that they actually have a play they run in it. They have rock climbing wall. What's the surfer thingy?
Oh yeah, the wave rider, wave runner, wave something.
Well, those are like, how are those in the same class of ship? I mean, Carnival. What else did they have on Carnival that was like unique? Not bars, because everybody has bars. Not restaurants, because they all have restaurants. Carnival's big thing was what's the Mexican Chinese restaurant?
Shebang.
That was the whole thing. And all it was was two different restaurants in one building. It was the KFC and White Castle in the same building. That's all it was. It wasn't like there was an infusion of the food together. They came up with some special concoction. It was like just two different restaurants. You could pick off two different menus. Whoop-de-doo. Utopia, they're having a restaurant now on the ship where, and I haven't seen it running yet, but I want to go on, where you're sitting like in a booth, like you're on a train, and the scenery is passing by, and it's like you're on a train. It's like
the Flow Rider, Bill. The Flow Rider.
Flow Rider. Oh, the Sky Ride. Right. I'm sorry. The Sky Ride. The Sky Ride or the rope course.
The Bolt. Yeah, the Bolt.
They have those two things.
Don't be knocking Carnival, Bill says. Bill.
No, I love Carnival. I'm still a carny and I still go on them, but they're just so far behind. And when you say best ship, where I had a lot of fun, because I think the layout of the Carnival ship, the newer ship, the Excel class ships, I love the layout of the ship. I do. It's my favorite. The Jubilee, Mardi Gras, those are my two favorite Carnival ships.
Scott just morphed into Rookie Martin. Okay, let me go back up here. Let's answer this question and get back to the Islander. Was there a room service option? No, there was no room service option.
Heck, no.
The options for food after 9:30 was basically that Frank and Lola's pizza. Or if you are a sushi person, the sushi was open till about 11. They said late night, so about 11. They were one of the latest venues open other than pizza to eat. Actually, that was the only other venue open to eat. So there was no room service. You couldn't pay for it. You couldn't beg them for it. Even though it was advertised on their website as they have room service, they didn't have room service. So they may have room service in the future. It may be something that they're rolling out and they just didn't have it for the first inaugural sailing. But for our sailing, no, they did not have any room service.
So figure out what you want to eat by 9:30, in other words, or get some questionable sushi because they can't keep the temperature right in any other place. So I'm sorry, because you love the sushi.
Combo KFC Taco Bell. God, I don't know why he chose KFC and Taco Bell. If Royal had a roller coaster,
they do. White Castle, Church's Chicken, or whatever, they combine them together. And that's all that is. That's all that is. It's not like some brand new restaurant. And I saw somebody on Travel. Yes, we see. I'm not knocking the roller coaster. I'm knocking that they don't have anything else on there. They have the rope course and they have the roller coaster. But you see a lot of Royal ships. They have a variety of things to do other than the norm on what's on every ship. And Carnival, they fell behind as far as entertainment for families.
I never go to get that out of my head. Questionable sushi. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're talking about a ship that has problem with keeping food warm, and he's going to get sushi.
I was hungry.
You might as well go to the gas station and get some sushi, and hopefully.
I like the IMAX and 4D theaters, and they stopped putting them on the ships.
They took it out, and they actually put in like the panorama, where it was like a jump room, or where you can jump around on trampolines and things like that, which I thought was a good idea, but I've only seen it on the panorama.
Traveling Fool says, so order food and go heat it up with a hairdryer at 3 a.m. Pretty much, or eat it cold.
If you want something, go put it up, make a sandwich or something up there, and take it out of your room and save it for later. I never wanted one of those sandwich bags so badly in my life, man, when I was on this cruise ship.
Bill, I had like 7 of them in my bag.
Well, guess what? I didn't go through your bag.
Well, I mean, you could have asked me if I had sandwich bags.
Why would I ask you if you had sandwich bags?
Come on. I think I put it in my Alaska video.
Okay, yes. I probably should have asked you because you did talk about that before. Yes. But no, you wrapped it up like in a cloth or something and plates, and that's what I remember. I don't remember the sandwich bags.
I did. Yeah, because I forgot I had them actually too. But yeah, I mean, we could have wrapped up the this is one thing. If you're going on the Islander, you could get one of the Mexican cutie burritos at lunchtime. Wrap that sucker, or bring a Ziploc bag, put it in your fridge, because that's something that you can eat. I mean, I've eaten cold burritos, so don't come at me if you have to eat it cold.
Yeah,
whatever.
I wouldn't mind that. Anything. There was really nothing but pizza.
Nothing but pizza. They should pay you too to be secret cruise to do honest reviews. Hey, I'd be up for that, Bill. Just let me say what I want. Don't tell me what I have to say. Then give me a free
Right.
room. I don't want that BS.
No, I don't mind. And you know, people think I bash Carnival. I just think Carnival is 10 years behind.
Katina says even grab and go food options would be great. That would be great.
Anything, a cold cut sandwich or anything. All I had was pizza, and I hated it, and I never thought about it because usually I went to. Okay, see now we're getting into my topics for tomorrow, but like they had like one showtime. It was like 9 o'clock.
We're getting into your topics for tomorrow, Mr.
I know.
Bill.
They had like one showtime, 9 o'clock. And it was like, this is crazy. We're all gonna try to get down there for one show, but it worked out because half the people didn't want to go to the show.
Hey, those shows worth it though. Definitely worth it. I like the entertainment. I know you're gonna say that tomorrow, so we won't. Was why I didn't choose it. There's nothing like an Oasis class ship. Carnival can't compare. You're right, they can't.
It's nothing like it.
Royal's number one in the game.
Margaritaville reminded me so much of an Oasis class ship. They just the Allure of the Sea was just an old ship that hasn't been renovated yet. So that probably would have been my favorite ship if I had went on, another Oasis class ship, Oasis maybe. That probably would have been my favorite ship. But price wise, if I pay for Oasis or Meraviglia at sea, I would go on Meraviglia. I would do it in a heartbeat.
I mean, hey, Stacy, Royal Caribbean's number one in the game. I don't care what anybody says. Look at their collabs. Look at their social media, right? They just signed Messi or Ronaldo or one of them, a biggest soccer player in the world. Now they got him promoting their cruises. I mean, their social media team is on every trend. Royal Caribbean, I'm telling you, I don't sell a lot on Royal because of the money and they don't offer me $100 rooms. But still, Royal right now is kicking everybody's behind in the game. So.
They really are.
Way behind. They are.
Carnival has a good price point, so the Carnival is inviting to a lot of different people.
I'm howling at the sandwich bag reference. She said, and then Will says sandwich bags, thumbs up.
Well, that's the only way you're going to get something late.
Yeah, we got to get out of here too, because if Carnival Cruise Addicts is getting out of here, that means we've almost been on here for 2.5 hours, Bill.
Well, that's crazy.
Bill, you are, and hey, everyone's still here listening to us bicker. Look at this. Bill, you are not bashing. You're being realistic. Yes, 100%. I can't eat pizza right before bed if I've had alcohol. That's bad. Ooh, I can. That's the one thing one of the things I want.
I take
in a row.
I take a Tums because it would give me heartburn. The tomato sauce would give me a heartburn, so I take a Tums.
Take care of Masha by Masha. All right, Bill. Let's get our behinds out of here. I think we gave the people enough time. I think we've ranted at each other enough. I think we gave them a really good list of 10 things that we really loved about the ship and our sailing. And I think we really gave them a good probably 12 things that we hated about our experience with the Islander. So the one thing I will echo, and I will say, I did love rooming with you. I loved meeting you. I loved meeting all the people that were in our group, Edna and V and Destination Fun that came to the meetup, Sea Lake Journeys that came up to the meetup, Elisa's Adventures in Cruising that came to the meetup, Traveling Tinkerbell that came to the meetup, my friend Christina who came up to the meetup, who is not a vlogger. She's just a family and friend, and she's watching this all the way to 2 hours and 14 minutes. Christina, here's your special shout out. Mike, the Naughty Cruiser, came to as well. Carnival Cruise Addicts surprised me and told me they weren't coming all week and finally came. I mean, we had so many people there. I mean, I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody, but I think I named everybody. And man, it was amazing. And then getting on the ship and meeting your favorite couple and meeting JJ and meeting Jay from the Ship Life and meeting this cruise life, Rocky and Mark, and meeting your favorite couple and Edna and V again. And oh my God, it was just great. Honestly, it was really great. And if nothing else comes from it, I at least know I have someone good to cruise with, or at least call up and say, hey, Bill, what are you doing next May? You want to go on Margaritaville at the sea again?
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat the same thing you just said. The people were amazing, and being able to meet all those great creators, all those great just great people, this made this one of my most memorable cruises of all time, and I had a blast. And I would, as V and them would say with the running back, I'd run it back next year if they do it again. They're going to Alaska. I don't want to go back to Alaska. I don't feel like paying top dollar to go back to Alaska. But well, I'm going back. I'm going back in April. But I don't I would love to hang with that crew again. So it's been real. It's been real. It's been a lot of fun. Scott, it was a pleasure meeting you, of course.
Even though, I felt like we met each other, when we met. Obviously, a lot of the people that I met, I felt like I've met before. When you spend so much time together doing these YouTube collaborations and, so many conversations about cruising and stuff, you feel like you've really met each other. So, and you were the same exact person that you are behind this microphone as you are out in the real world. So that just speaks to your genuineness. Even though you can get on rants, we love that. But you are a genuine human being, my friend.
Only with my friends. I only get on rants with my friends.
That is true. Stacy loves our live. Thank you very much, Stacy. We appreciate you. Royal is great at marketing and telling you and it's trash food. 100%. I already know that I've heard the food is trash, but their marketing and their PR and their financial team, they're doing some good things. They really.
I don't think the food is trash. I do think Carnival has better foods, but until the XL class ships, Carnival really didn't have many options either. The best thing that they had was the deli, and it was open till like 11 o'clock at night, and which gave you an option. So I do love that, but I like having options of doing other things than going to a bar and drinking. And Carnival is kind of that way. They did the XL class ship. Yeah, the XL class ship was good. The Carnival did well with the XL class ships as far as separating the pool area for the adults, the Serenity area, so you can have like no kids. So they did a really good job with that. But my favorite, the prettiest ship I've ever been on was Margaritaville, MSC. And even though I love Royal ship better, that was the prettiest ship prettiest ship I've ever been on.
All right. And Sweet Acre says, bye, guys. It's been very educational. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you so much. We love reading these too. Good night, y'all. Good night, Randy. Great show, amigos. Thank you, TF. Much appreciated. I do want to get with you, TF, too, to learn a little bit more about this live reacting. I think I have about a week to try to learn it before me and Jimmy want to try to institute it. Scotty Boy Teal, this is a family, a friend and family from real life. Teal and I used to work together. He lives now on the East Coast, and I'm sure he was lurking in here and listening along. So again, thank you so much, Teal, for coming over and starting to listen to cruising. He cruises sometimes too. He's definitely not as an avid cruiser as we are, but I'm sure I'm definitely warming him up to more cruises. I know he just came off one a couple months ago. So, and Will G says good night, y'all. So I think that brings us to the bottom of the chat. And Bill, this was an awesome live, and I think you want to exit us here with your tagline.
Oh, as always, people, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And we will see you. I'm going live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time to give a review of my review without Scott butting in, to give my review of this particular cruise, this particular trip, because I'm gonna do more than just the ship. Even though I still got a lot to say about the ship, and it's gonna sound like I hate Margaritaville, which I don't. I just think they have a lot to fix before I want to go back on the ship. But I will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time for Banter with Bill. Scott, what do you have going on?
I just have my regular live. So I'll have Thirsty Thursday tomorrow. I'll have Match Game on Friday, and then I'll have my podcast with another featured coffee cup on Mugshots on Saturday, and then right back here with you on Wednesday, my friend.
Sounds good. I will see you then. See you on these YouTube streets. Bye-bye, everybody.
Do you have any premieres out or not yet? Or
no, it'll be one. I'll have a premiere Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, but I don't have it ready yet, so I'll be working on that tonight.
Sweet. And I'll have one for you tomorrow, guys. So I'm a daily vlogger. So thank you, everybody, for coming in, and stay strong and embrace the journey. And Armstrong and I will see you back here next week. And and hopefully all of you will see Bill tomorrow for Banter with Bill. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.